Greetings, and salutations, one and all. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened, but not as strange as tonight's. Greetings, one and all. Much love, much respect. Um, Good evening. It is a special reason with Rattigan tonight. I am not your regular host by any stretch of the imagination, but you know I'm holding it down like the opening act that I am. Joining me is the president himself, Mr. President. President, greetings.
Yeah. Good evening, Kev Stew. What's popping, bro?
Man, I'm here. My devices are not used to being on this day at this time, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, I say it's Thursday. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing you on that side of the camera, but hey, nonetheless, you're still handsome. So
right,
let's let's deliver what we're here to deliver, which is an
right.
amazing evening for our viewers.
Indeed. Um, I want y'all as you are joining in to go ahead and call your friends, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Call up somebody, anybody, everybody. Let them know that there's a special broadcast tonight of Reason with Rattigan. And so we're inviting you all to show up, show out, bring your little notepads because you're gonna have to take a little bit of information. Um, you might want to jot down some time markers because there everybody talk with people and they have something to say, and so you can tell them, look at this time on this day and on this broadcast, and you know it go. um Catherine, nothing like that. No clashing, no clashing. Prezi,
Yes,
and
sir.
look at him cool, no cucumber, you know.
I'm in the- so we invent. Hey, look at that handsome young man over there.
Thank you.
What's popping, sir?
uh, but yes, good evening everybody in the chat. We They had a good laugh at me just now, Prezi and Ratty, because me as a technical guy doing things that boy you expect from a novice. But inside joke. You unmute still, all right, Rebel, just so that you know.
I know. I know.
People glad to know that you're okay, Rebel. They've been commenting as soon as they saw your face in the chat. Megawatt, Black Beauty, Primalax, OT. I saw you in there earlier. Bunch of y'all. If I don't call somebody name, don't kill me. But it's love same way, right, Catherine? It's just love. So go ahead, like and share. Call up somebody, bring in everybody because we get some updates tonight. You don't need the two devices tonight. You don't need the two devices.
You see what Gene Roddy tonight we want
Uh,
say you're there.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Yeah.
To say that reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm here in the flesh, I'm still with you. I will be in Washington, D.C. on Saturday. With all of you raising our voices against you know who. So let
Mm.
me talk to Kevin. And let me say,
Well,
Kevin mentioned himself as being resourceful, and he's absolutely correct. Let me just say, none of this could have happened. Of course, with Almighty, but as far as a human is concerned, Kevin get the props. You know, he gets all of the props because Kevin he has made tremendous sacrifices on Saturdays and tonight to be with us. Because me coming like me have two fins, me don't know how to you don't know how to turn on the equipment. Is Kevin have to just kind of like walk me through it. Sometimes you put him on FaceTime And him say, yeah, press the button. So, so thank you here, Kevin. Continue, sir.
Come on. Continue. Prezi, you.
Yes, sir. Well, it's good to have you back, Ratty. And you know you're well loved and was well missed. And it's such a pleasure having you. And I'm excited about Saturday. The ear says some one artist name we not call, at least not yet, is a big fan of yours and want to come and meet with you. Probably go Starbucks or something. But we don't know if you're got a time for him. But I hope you don't make him waste him trip though, Ratty. So that should be one interesting meeting. You got a fan base, bro.
Oh,
I'm about to say,
yes,
you're about to get.
in the chat, I said, don't you trouble Zion. Zion.
Don't you trouble Zion. We'll see what's going on. But listen, we're not deterred by anybody. We're going out there to represent you, the people. We're going out there to talk about what is going on in our country. And none of them can stop it, no matter how they want to make it look. So we're ready, man. We got some great news, some wonderful information, a lot of updates. We got the bus routes we're going to talk about. All the people who have them seats already, big up on yourself. Those of you with tonight, we want some of you to get a seat. Get on board the Glory Train. You got to get on that bus, man. I want to thank those of you too who have donated. You say, Ratty, I can't go, but I'm going to pay for somebody's seat. So if you're here tonight and you need Melo, you say, go up with my volume. I mean that, Kevin?
No. I'm pointing at the QR code for people to
okay.
donate.
Yes.
No, just pointing at it so that them see it.
Yes. So that definitely work. And but yeah, we're super excited. We got the food for the bus. We got the bus. We're ready to go down to DC. Herb is working very hard to get everything up and running. And we have people driving from Florida. We have people on flights coming in right now as we speak. I mean, it's going to be great. You're the missing component. So we need you to figure it out and see what we can do. So please, we're going to have you go over to the website and sign up tonight. And let's meet in Washington, D.C. We're going to go over the schedule. We have the bus route. We have the pickup locations. We have everything to give you the opportunity to make an informed choice. And then as soon as we finish with D.C., then we start the Diaspora Conference. And I'm super excited. And let me tell you this conference is going to be off the hook. I mean, I want to commend Wilfred and the team for, just planning out the speakers, just the topics and just the organization that's involved in getting this Diaspora Conference, the true Global Jamaica Diaspora Conference, what it needs to be. Not like the business conference that they're having in Montego Bay, which can't understand. They have the likes of some major companies, Jamaica National, great. Well, I'm gonna call Grace name, but a lot of companies. I'm not calling them name. Now give them no time. But there are so many people, Kevin.
Yeah.
And the last count was what, 200 people register? That is what the news said. It's a lackluster registration, and them are planning for busing a whole heap of local Jamaicans to fill up the place. Because guess what? The people are listening to it.
Hold on. 1 second. Prezi. You just said that the Diaspora Conference being held by the government of Jamaica, they're going to bus people in from Jamaica.
Yes, sir.
That
is your backup plan.
That was the bus, the bus.
I just want to know if I hear what you said right. The plan is to bus people who are in Jamaica to the conference, for the conference that is being held for the diaspora. which means people that live outside of Jamaica.
So my boss them in.
So they're bossing in the people from outside of Jamaica, the people.
No,
No,
no. The diaspora conference, they want to give Ratty a run for the money. So you say them I do everything. Figgy my day, but I can't stop it.
You know, Kevin, let me show the people. By the way, big up everybody. For those of you just joining us, because I think I made a remark when we had about 200 people.
Mm.
Reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I'm fine. All right. I'm under the weather, but trust me, and I'm still suffering a bit, but I will be there on Saturday, God willing. Now take a look at this. Um, Kevin and Prezi were just talking about the business conference, and this came out from the government. It's our marketplace is officially sold out. We're thrilled to announce that all marketplace spaces have been filled. Thanks to all of our exhibitors and partners for the fantastic support. Um, and then they go on to talk about all of these things. Now, one of the things that you don't see here, they're talking about the marketplace. They're not talking about the people coming in to support the marketplace
they're not
because
attendees.
exactly. So what happened is here is where you must look at when they start telling about the marketplace. This is what they they don't want you to see. 1 second.
It. Mm. So the
Go ahead.
the marketplace part that they're talking about, these are the vendors.
Yes.
Okay, so the vendors have showed up and they're in place and they're ready to do their thing, and it's always good as a promoter that those who you are bringing in to be a part of your promotion show up, that they're there ready to serve whomever, the customers, the community, whomever is attending. So that is good. However, it was that they did that, big ups to them. What were you looking for, Rebel? The article?
Yeah, the one about the diaspora conference.
I think that is it that you're on right now.
This one, no, that's the one with the celebrity that previously I'm not going to mention the name. Yeah, there is one here where I wanted to compare it to what.
Okay. Let me find it and you, because you know I'm resourceful like that.
Right. Yeah, fine, no problem. But here's the one that we're talking about. This you can find the other one. This is a Gleaner article, but this is the article where they said everything sold out, and but they're having difficulty getting people from the diaspora to attend. No, I've said, and I will continue to maintain, people do not go to this conference. Do not go. And one of the reasons is they're not streaming everything, but we have people who are going and they will stream. They will provide us with that inside information. Those people are fine, but the rest of you, we have enough. We have enough um, supporters attending this event that we will find out what's going on, and that's enough. We don't need the rest of you to go because here is the problem. Why is it that you should go to Jamaica to learn from Jamaicans living in your neck of the woods in America, Canada, England, to learn how to do business in America, Canada, and England? It makes absolutely no sense. You're going to have at least $4,000. You must have at least $4,000 if you're coming from New York to go down there and attend this conference and attend it the way that they're advertising it, where you stay at the hotel and you get your island car rental, you get your Digicel phone, and you go out and you lime, you buy your food. Yeah, that's it, Kevin. Right? It's gonna cost you about $4,000. Do you have $4,000 to go listen to somebody tell you something that you could get here for free? Think about it. And I'll show you something in a few minutes. Wouldn't it be better? And I'm talking to our people now living overseas. Wouldn't it be better if the government truly wanted you to invest in Jamaica, that they have the investment forum where you live, like in New York, in Miami, wherever, and then have you come, because all they're going to give you is information, and have you come in and listen to that information and then decide whether or not you want to invest in Jamaica. That would only cost you, if you live in Brooklyn, that would only cost you, you don't pay toll, you don't pay toll. So it would cost you what, $25 to park your car and go to the consulate and listen to what they have to say. And then you go home and you decide, okay, this is not for me. Instead, they're asking you to pay $4,000 to come and listen to someone from America talk to you about investing in America. Makes absolutely no sense. This is a money-making venture for them. Now, let me show you something. Thanks, Kevin. Let me show you this. Look at this. Last minute. And normally I don't read, a lot in the articles. I'll just go through the headlines. But this one is worth going through with you carefully. Now, this lady is my representative, Take a good look at her. Her name is Michelle Tolonil. Now, she represents more than 1 million people from Maine to Virginia. You know how many people going in her delegation? And she proudly stated it. 10. She represents more than 1 million of us, and all she could garner to go 10. That's an abysmal failure. She can't represent me. She cannot represent me. What that tells me is that she doesn't have the outreach power. People are not listening to her. And who knows, I guarantee you when you look around, you're going to find that the 10 people are probably our relatives and some close friends. Not regular people that she's supposed to be doing outreach. But let me go down and look at this. With just 4 days remaining, today's what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days now. With just 3 days remaining, the ambitious goal of attracting 1,000 participants from the diaspora appears increasingly elusive. That means that nothing now go on for them. Listen as I read it to you if you can't see it. Compounding the challenge, prospective attendees are voicing concerns over the conference's steep financial burden. Remember that phrase? Steep financial burden, prompting some to reconsider their plans to attend. Those of you reconsidering, do not go. Go down further. Moreover, the absence of a formal agenda, I don't know if that's quite true, because I'll show you the agenda and I'll talk to you about ours as well. They said that there is inadequate communication from organizers, exacerbate the growing unease among potential marketplace participants. Look, Gleaner checks with organizers reveal that so far, just 240 persons from the United States have registered for the conference. And I'm telling all of you who have registered for the conference, take back on the money. Don't go. Don't go. Do not go. Come to our conference, the People's Conference. From the 16th, now it's going to the 21st, because you're going to see the topics we're talking about, and you're going to see the topics that they're talking about. It says, of that figure of 240 from the US, just about 70 will come from the Northeast region, which is home to the largest number of Jamaicans in the US. That's where my representative is from, and she's taking 10 with her. So we have
that's the largest.
10
is the largest number.
Yes. So she can account for 10. I don't know where.
Okay.
70 out of over 1 million, right? They can do the math, and don't do the math like the man from the mayor, because you makes you look really, really bad. But it says up to last weekend, fewer than 400 participants had registered for the conference. What that means is that it's somewhere between 350 and maybe 390. Now remember, they have made arrangements for 1,000. And look, the Gleaner was reliably informed with key organizers, not expecting it to reach the 1,000 overseas participants target outlined at the launch in April. Right? Um, Now, this is interesting. Last minute efforts are being made to increase the number of people at the conference. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs slashed the registration fee from 160 to $99 for a 24-hour period. It also extended the deadline for the $160 special registration fee, which covers attendance for all 3 days of the conference. Well, that means, remember now, after you buy a plane ticket, no.
Start from the top.
Tough time from work. And you make all kind of arrangements. Right? And if you use up your leave, right? And do that, then you have to buy the plane ticket, then you have to pay the hotel, then you have to get your rental car, then you have to get your Digicel, whatever it is, phone or whatever they use, it chip. Then you know you're not going to eat all of the hotel food because you're going to have to go out and go spend. Don't forget that you still have a little debt to the government of Jamaica. You have to pay them that 160 to enter. It's not free. You have to pay that one. And remember, it's your conference. And then ask them if them paying. They're not paying, but you must pay. Well, you know, this is the biggest scam going on right now. They say this is for you, but you must pay us to put this thing on for you, and you must come where we want it to be held, and you must come when we say it's going to be held, and you must attend these things when we say. And by the way, it'll go from 9 to 4 or 5, you know. How not go have vacation that time there? Look, if you want to go to Jamaica June 16th to the 19th or whenever for a vacation, go. But don't waste your time on this conference. This is it's not only a time waster, this is going to drain your pocket, right? So listen to this. Listen, you realize they're not getting the numbers. So hear what they said. The Gleaner understands that efforts are also being made to have Jamaicans in the island. Because remember, this conference is not for people in Jamaica, you know. This is for people coming from overseas.
Right. But this is what I was addressing earlier.
Yes.
Because it just, the math wasn't mathing for me. So, but please proceed.
Yeah. So it says the Gleaner understand that efforts are also being made to have Jamaicans in the island store up numbers at the event. And one overseas sponsor said he had been asked to sponsor others to the conference, a cost that he said is not feasible to him. So you see what them do now? They might pressure you for come, and then they might pressure you for pay for other people, for you pay for other people come. Whenever you think the people, and here it is. Michelle Tolonil said that she anticipates a delegation of. Oh, hold on a second. If you believe the Gleaner, then you must believe me when I tell you that Michelle Tolonil has no business representing people in the Northeast. You know why? Look at this. It says here. Let me go back. Here it is. It says of that figure, just over 70 will come from the Northeast region. You see that the last two lines, right? Of the last sentence, actually, of that figure of 240 from the United States, 70 will come from the Northeast region, which is home to the largest number of Jamaicans in the United States. Who is a representative for the Northeast region? Michelle Tolonil. Just now look at what they're saying it's 70. Look at what she's saying right here. Here it is. Michelle Tolonil, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council member, which is wrong because we own the name. So either she works for us or she can't use that name. But look at what it says. It says
no, it's a Gleaner. Sorry, Mr. Rattigan, I must interject. It is the Gleaner that is using that name. Nobody said that she claims to use that name.
But here's what she says. It's told the Gleaner that she anticipates a delegation of 10. Somebody said 70 before, you know, and she said 10.
Okay.
Have a clue. Clueless. Here's another person who's clueless. Peter Gracie. Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, not for long, member of the southern region of the United States, said that so far he knows of roughly 25 people who have registered or said they would be attending the conference, but added that he did not have an overall figure for the region. Now, how can you be in charge of the reading and you do it at an important conference as this and you don't know? These are the people we have claiming to represent us. Here's another useless person. The Jamaican consulate in New York has been seeing an increase in persons interested. Not people going, but people who have come say, hey, what go on with that thing, right? Listen to this. We have seen an increase. They said they have seen an increase in persons interested. And then they went from that to say, we have seen an increase. So if you're not reading carefully, you think that, oh, then people are signed up. But the sentence before that says we're seeing an increase in people who are interested in going. Then we have seen an increase due to our efforts, and we will be pushing to have even more people registered. But at this point, we cannot say what the final numbers will be. Another useless person. Here's another.
Before we move on, let's because I soon go and leave, So let me get in my jabs here and there. Based on what was said, let's go back to that paragraph.
Which one? This one?
Okay. We have seen an increase due to our efforts, and we will be pushing to have even more people registered for the conference. So that is saying that the increase is in registration.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay.
Doesn't mean attendance, because you can register and not go. That's true. Right. And here's another part of this. Here's another part of the scam. The consulate is also pushing. Consulate is also pushing to get a number of young people sponsored to attend the conference. But so far, it has only been able to secure sponsorship for one dege person. And the sponsorship is around $1,500 US. It's more than that, because the ticket going to cost. I mean, where them going to put up this person? I don't know where them going to put this person. I'll put them on somebody's yard. Here it is, another useless entity and people. The consulate in Miami has also stepped up its effort to register, but could not say how many Jamaicans would eventually attend. Who are these people? Oh, we will be seeking to sponsor a number of young people to attend the conference. So you see, them are going to pay for people now for come at the conference. Remember, no, this conference is for you to come and invest. But no, they're paying for you to come. So if they might pay for you to come, you can't invest. You don't have no money. So what is going on here, people? I'm telling you, the alternative is this. Don't take leave. Go to work. Come home. Cock up your foot. Have a nice plate of food. And watch the real Global Jamaica Diaspora Council members roll up them sleeves and go to work and talk about the issues affecting you, right? I say herbalist, right? That's something. Bring him on now. Let me say.
Blessings, everybody.
Listen to this, folks.
Blessings.
Yeah.
The Gleaner was informed that one factor contributing to the low attendance figures, the high cost of hotel accommodation. The nightly cost at the partner hotels are in the region of just under $250 US per night. That's double occupancy. I want them per night. It's more than that. Oh,
and these are the partners.
The partner hotels in Montego Bay are not reporting any significant bookings at this time from potential attendees. And people are going so that they are going to look alternative accommodations. Listen to this. Why am I spending all this money to stay at the hotel and I will not benefit from being at an all-inclusive hotel as I will be at the conference all day for the 3 days? Terry Andrews, you know for going away. If you have to ask yourself,
don't go. If you're asking, don't go.
Don't ask that question, Terry.
That's what you call a rhetorical question. You don't need an answer. You ask it, but you're answering it at the same time.
She go with 2 others and stay at an Airbnb with the nightly cost is much cheaper. Terry, I have a question to ask you. If you can't afford to stay at a $177 per night hotel, where you do other place, Terry? Because this place is for high rollers. This place is for people who were involved in investments, involved in buying and selling of products and services. Terry, this enough for you. Terry, go Jamaica. Forget about the conference. Tell them you want back your 160 or the 99, whichever you pay. And then you want your Airbnb, and then you can go and visit the various locales in Jamaica, the beaches, go visit your relatives and your friends, go check out a nice spot, have some nice meal, get that, lay down in the sun, whatever you want, and come back. Forget about scam that them call a conference. Listen to this. Whoa, we go on. A platinum sponsor of the conference also alluded to the high cost, noting that he had been unable to get accurate attendance figures. Now, these are people who money to get the boots, because they tell them 1,000 high rollers are coming up, and they're only selling us services and products and and then the money must say, wait, ask them how much people are come. We already committed to this thing. We're paying them the money for the 3 days. So we can get the. I know them don't want to tell you how many people are coming. Right? Hold on there.
Let's close that. Yeah.
Yeah. It says another issue plaguing the conference is a lack of timely responses to entities in the diaspora that want to participate in the marketplace. This is nonsense. If you want to participate, you participate. What do you mean lack of time? Lack of time, I mean them not doing it. That's what that means. You're 3 days out now. Some people tried to register, couldn't register. The CG Altion got them registered. Sources associated with events said some entities seeking to obtain table space are being quoted booth space prices beyond their expectations. So what happened is that said, listen, we are going to sell you, get a table, and it will cost you $1 for the table. So you buy the table for $1 because guess what? You expect the people that come now and spend $10 with you. But no, you have the numbers that come. So you spend $1 and you might make 20 cents. So you waste 3 days, waste your time, waste your effort.
No, and it's triple the price. They might price them for boot.
Yeah.
They might be quoted.
That's bait and switch.
Yeah. No, here's what no.
Somebody gotta pay, Prezi. You can't have this kind of freeness.
All right. Look on the top sentence, people. And this should tell you everything you need to know about this scam. We will be placing emphasis on how Jamaicans in the diaspora. Remember, this is not for people in Jamaica. So all of you people in Jamaica, the no money people who them all come to and go now money and tell them to come make the place look full up. On the no sign of conference. Them say it right here. We will be placing emphasis on how Jamaicans with the diaspora can invest in Jamaica for themselves as well as build generational wealth. This is not about addressing the needs of the people in Jamaica. This is about making money off the backs of the people in Jamaica. And I'll show you something else though. Let me see something else here. I'll show you a quote. I'll show you
that was the last. That part was the last part of it. Was something about investment just now? If you scroll back.
You see this? If we don't handle our independence very well, colonizers will come back in the form of investors. Think about that, people. That's what's going on in Jamaica right now. We're being colonized by the Chinese. We've been colonized by the Americans. The British are still there. The Canadians, they're there. The Germans are there. What about the Jamaicans? Nobody cares.
Can't stay there.
Nobody cares about the Jamaicans, right? No. Here is their and I'm going to kind of wrap this up quick because I know herbalists have a whole heap of things they want to talk about. I don't want to take over herb thing, but we've been over this before, and I'll go over it again so I'll show you something. Look, you can't see it, so I'll just have to. Well, let me see something. Okay, here we go. The first day, it's a day of service, and then opening remarks by conference chair, legacy partners, blah 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 blah. Then the second day, them go through the formal procedure, anthem, prayer, And look at the first session that they have. Look at what it says. They're open for business, transforming investment and enterprise in Jamaica through diaspora engagement. No, as I said before, people, if I'm living in America, if I want to know how to invest in Jamaica, right? The best way the embassy, the best way the embassy and the consulate should have gone about it was they put on a conference here, a business conference here, and said, listen, diaspora opportunities, right? Why don't you guys come in and we'll have some presenters. They can talk to you about investment in manufacturing, in agriculture, real estate, or whatever. And then you listen to the pitch, right? It only going to cost you $25, $50, whatever. It can't cost you much, right? Listen to that pitch, and then you decide, you know what? Yeah, this is a good pitch. Then they link you with the people, right? And then you make your contacts from there. How much is that going to cost you compared to what you're going to have to, to go down there and listen to this nonsense? 4,000. And so what they want to do is they want to attract you with the beach, and that's why they give the top 10 reasons they give you. None of them have nothing for Jamaican. It's about entertainment. Come eat fried fish and bami. Come swim. Come enjoy the sun. Come have nightlife. Come drive around and explore the country. What that happened with the diaspora conference? That's the first one, right? And every session that they have, it's about. Oh, look on that one here. Let me just skip and show you. Look at this one here. Crime is a serious problem in Jamaica, and they have 30 minutes for you to meet the new Jamaica Police Commissioner. And he's going to talk to you about excellence in crime fighting and national security. What excellence? Are these people well? These people are not well. Meet the new police commissioner, 30 minutes. 30.
That's the excellence to come, though, because he's new. It's the excellence that is to come.
Not, though, he's been there 20 years.
Then I can't say meet the new.
I know you're trying to Kevin. I know you're trying to but now.
But he hasn't been the police commissioner for 20 years, though.
But he's been around the police commissioner for 20 years. And don't forget him saying nephew, him uncle was police commissioner too, you know. Him uncle was police commissioner. And then
he has
this.
You can't get him out to that one there, Kevin. You can't get him out to that one there. No, you can't.
But instead of them putting him up there and say, talk now and make we hear what your plan is for secure Jamaica. Then put him on one of them, we call it a round table discussion. We don't want that. We want him sit down there and answer the questions. That is where we want. But that's not going to happen. But when you get what we are talking about, is all of this stuff. Now, let me just quickly show you a rough outline of what we plan. Can I show them, Prezi?
Yes, man. Let me see.
I'll show them the rough outline. All right, look at this. People, this is when you cock up your foot, and you stay at home and you watch. Prezi, I'm going to open the thing, right? And look, I want to go for them go 16 to 19. We said there are far too many issues affecting Jamaica that you can do justice to them things in 16, 17, 18, 4 days. And in fact, one of the days for them are going to paint a school or go visit some old age home or whatever. No, look.
Just good things.
Take a snapshot of this. They might take a snapshot of this, but that's fine. Because we are working on the official one now. But we have somebody going to come and talk about the diaspora history. So we're going to start it out. Of course, we have the prayer and the pledge and all of that. But then in terms of real substance, somebody's going to talk about who we are and where we came from as a diaspora, where we are now. Then we're going to talk about beach access. You notice them say, come to Jamaica and go up on the beach. How much people in Jamaica can go up on any beach?
But you're coming to Jamaica as a tourist, so you have entitlement to the beach.
But that's why we said
your package.
I said this is about people. This is about the people's conference, right? Because people of Jamaica cannot go to any and every beach. We can go if we pay and go to the $200 a night hotel room where them want to go. Or some of them go up to $500. Oh yeah, but what about our brothers and sisters? Are we turning our backs on them simply because we can afford to pay $200 a night? We shouldn't. So we're going to talk about beach access and what the government has failed to do to ensure that every Jamaican should have the right to enjoy the beach as anybody else coming to
And
Jamaica.
they're shutting us out our own country, out of the resources that we love. And these are things nobody talks about. And unless we speak about it, nothing will be done. And people never realize you can't lose access to the beach. This is important to the people. And they will certainly not talk about that because it has nothing to do with business.
Absolutely. Then look on day 2. That's a day 1, you know. So we start off day 1, you know. We start off day 1, of course, going through the regular routine of giving praise and thanks. But then we jump right into it. We don't fancy speech and nothing like that. We jump right into it and say, no, beach access. Because when the down now, I say, beach. Because them said the beach is an attraction. Well, the beach is an attraction for only for some. We say the beach would be an attraction for all Jamaicans. Whether you're yellow, green, PNP, JLP, UIC, no matter your persuasion, beach is there for all of us, should be there for all of us. And then at the end of the night, we have a panel discussion and we talk about the subject matter that came up and we invite the audience to participate. This is not going to be like what I'm having in Jamaica where the minister get up and talk for 55 out of the 60 minutes and take one question. This is one where we're going to sit there and people going to call in and talk and we're going to do what we need to do. Look at day 2. We're going to talk about education. And when we say education, we're going to talk about the issues and the solutions to the problem of miseducation, undereducation, and those who are uneducated in Jamaica. These are some of the things we're going to talk about. Then we move on to renewable energy. Did you know that Jamaica has one of the highest electricity bills in the world?
Yes.
We're going to talk about solutions to that renewable energy. Then we have the panel discussion. Day 3, we're going to talk about national security. Something that this man here, this gentleman here, the police commissioner cannot do. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about somebody who has worked in that area in Jamaica for quite a long time. Then we're going to talk about constitutional reform, a big issue. You notice them not spend a whole lot of time on it. And we'll have, of course, the erudite, the accomplished Isaac Buchanan. Then day 4, we're going to talk about health. And this man will talk about health, him know the health sector inside out. Real doctor of medicine, not real doctor of promotion. No, this man is a real doctor.
Are you talking about the honorary doctorate?
We will talk about foreign affairs to show how Jamaica as stature has diminished in the sight of the world. On the UN stage, we'll talk about none other than Curtis Ward, former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations. Then day 5, we'll talk about tourism now. And we're going to get down and show you how them freaking out about how tourism will bring billions and billions of dollars in Jamaica and how it help to develop Jamaica. We're going to show it help to develop people's bank accounts, people's possessions and things, but not the workers, not the workers. Then we're going to talk about education after that. We have education twice. No, we have let me see. Yeah, no, the first one, renewable energy. Up to our education is that going to be no, the first one won't be education. The first one will be from Dr. Canute. It will be the economy. That one is economy. Okay. Yeah, the second one now.
It's still a draft.
Then day 6, we're going to talk about agriculture, how we are going to feed ourselves, talk about food security. We'll talk about all of the imports, what them are doing, all the tariffs, them are take off of the import so that them going to flood Jamaica with inferior food. And the poor farmers, them going to suffer. And look on this, last one, water. Very topical. If you notice, we have inside us about investments, but come down here and invest something, because we believe that when you talk about investments, you're actually talking about exploiting your own people at this point in time. That's what we think that's what we think it's about. So that is just a teaser to the things that we're going to do, because Prezia work long and hard, and tonight after this, me and him have to sit down again and go over the thing. We finish up 2 days already. We have some more days to go. in terms of the programming. And when you see the program, people, you're going to go and be very, very proud that Kevin and I, although I know Kevin, you see, you also see where some people who, as them say, not come from nowhere, not Jamaica. We not come from no big family name. We not going on a big school. But you go see where a group of Jamaicans dedicated to serving. Go ahead, sir.
First of all, I have a big family name and we come from big school. St. George's College is a big school. Tell them, Herb.
Yeah, Herb, yeah.
Yes,
And,
sir.
and
Georgians.
the Stewart name is one of the biggest names in Jamaica.
What?
So the Stewart name. Oh, let it be known. I may, I may not be one of them, but I have the name.
All right. You're not related. Yeah, you're not related to us.
Hold on. Butch, last one call me. You know,
Kevin, are you trying to tell us you're a stray bullet here in the US?
No.
Little extra tan though, little bit too much tan.
But this what happens to people is that you see when you have people, it's one thing to be you have educated fools. You have people who go school and them can swat a book and them can memorize it and them can regurgitate and give back the professor what the professor gave to them. But when you talk about critical thinkers, you're talking this little group of Jamaicans that I'm so proud to be associated with. We are sufferer. And so you have to be ingenious to survive. The key word there is survive. We had to survive, right? While other people thrived. And so we have to use up our wisdom. And the things that we are bringing to the table, some of these are common sense ideas that we are saying, wait a minute, why am I have to go Jamaica to go listen to something when I could have listened to in America and spend all of that money? It doesn't make any sense to me. I could have just do it right here, right? And then why is the Jamaican government involved in all of this in the first place? And why is it being held in Jamaica every 2 years in the second place? Why is it not being held in the diaspora where we live and you can rotate it and include Jamaica? But now in the US, 2 years later, Canada, 2 years later, the UK, 2 years later, maybe you have it somewhere in Africa, 2 years later, Jamaica.
You can't do the man them that. Or they more get money for themselves, because if them come in the US and take the money out like that, they want to go owe taxes and somebody have to go file it. Them can't do it. You stop the man, them that make the money stop themselves.
Hold on a second. Let me just say this.
Jamaica.
Let me just make this one little piece and then I bring in the herbalist. Because the herbalist about holy percent. I don't want him to fade in the darkness, So,
No, man, more turn on the light in a minute.
Okay, cool. Now, folks, look at this, No Jamaican Independence Gala in New York this year. No, you know what that means? This event is an eminent event where the Jamaican government get a chance for the diaspora come together and them make it's a fundraising event, right? And we had said some time ago that we believe that there was something wrong with the government of Jamaica involved in fundraising, where the money is collected, it's passed off to a third party, right? Because the government, them can't collect the money and run on with it. So a third party is involved, and then the money is sent to Jamaica, and then we don't know what happened to the money. Case in point, after COVID or during COVID, there was a telethon. And my understanding is that about 400,000 somewhere around
460.
Okay, there you go, sir. 460,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
To Jamaica. And people have been asking for an accounting of those funds, and today nobody can get a serious and honest answer about it. It gone in the consolidated fund. Oh, it went over to this person. Oh, I don't know about it. I don't know. I heard it came here, but I don't know about it. So we start make up nice about that. I said, we need to look at this. And then on top of that, we said, guess what? We're going back to New York for another protest. because the people of New York, the people of New Jersey, the people of Connecticut, the people of Massachusetts, DC, California, and Florida, and elsewhere, they felt cheated when the reporters sympathetic to the government said that only 60 people showed up. We're going to come out in our numbers now. So what we need, people, we had 60 when we had that protest. We need 600 for the next protest, and we're going to do it in August. So I don't know if that prompted them, but all of a sudden now we hear the gala is off. And here's why them say the gala is off. Them say, you see this sentence right here? Is usually organized by the Jamaican Consulate in New York in conjunction with non-profit organization Jamaica Promise. So that's how them get the money, because them can't do it themselves. Them organize it and then make them people get the money, and then the money funnel to Jamaica, right? And we don't know if the government, US Uncle Sam, get any notification about that. But here is something else. Look at this first statement here. In a statement, the consulate said it was with deep regret that it was announcing that the gala would not be held due to competing priorities, and the difficult decision had to be made to forego this cherished event. That is a damn lie. That is a lie. I have insiders, and they told me that the consulate didn't really do any work. It was the people in the diaspora who did the hard lifting, the heavy lifting. And they just come around and just make sure that they invited guest list, and this and that, the prim and proper stuff. That's what they did. So when they said it was gala due to competing priorities, people need to ask them, what are those competing priorities? What is more important in August that you're doing that you can't attend to something that has been profitable to you guys for many years? They are a bunch of liars. I challenge them, because I know people who do this. I know people who work with them, and those people are confounded at this point. They're saying, we don't understand. You don't believe me? All right, let me show you some of the comments.
Hey, Ratty.
Yeah.
Before you go forward, I know you're talking about it. That tells me you haven't had a chance to review my report. But listen, Jamaica's Promise is owned by the CJ in New York.
Stop it right there, so. Let me finish it up. I'm going to bring it right back to Jamaica Promise, because this goes back to where we are talking about how the money are funneled go Jamaica. But listen to what the people in the community, listen to what them say. Here's one. It says, the decision by the consulate not to host an Independence Gala this year has not gone over well with members of the Jamaican community. Radio host and events promoter Ras Clem told the Gleaner that the cancellation was not a good look. He questioned why there would be no gala in New York this year after back-to-back financially successful galas. The gala is one of the staple events in the diaspora to celebrate Jamaica's independence, and not having it leaves a void. Listen to what Dr. Karen Dunkley says. She said, not having it would be a disappointment for the community. This event has always been a cherished opportunity for our community to bond, celebrate our heritage, and strengthen our decisions. The community would miss attending the gala this year. Here's another one. Clive Williams, former member of the committee who assisted in planning the gala, also questioned why the consulate would not be hosting the event given the levels of support and sponsorship it traditionally received. This is going to leave a huge void, because people look forward to attending the gala as a way to celebrate Jamaica's independence. I am sure that the community will not be happy with this decision. Erwin Clear, a member of several Independence Gala planning committees, told the Gleaner that the gala would be sadly missed. It is the social event of the year on the Jamaican community calendar, and the funds raised have gone to support many charitable organizations. So why would you stop now? Let me see. And then it goes on and on and on and on. So here is where, let me take you back to bringing Herb now. Here is a piece that Herb is referring to. They said right here, the Independence Gala is usually organized by the Jamaican consulate in New York in conjunction with non-profit organization Jamaica Promise. Herb, take it away, sir.
Yes, Jamaica Promise, folks. Greetings to everybody on the panel and in the audience. I want you to know that a Jamaica Promise is owned and run by the CG in New York in conjunction with the ambassador in Washington, D.C. So the two of them run it. I believe it was formed about the time that they had to figure out how to get the $460,000 successfully down to Jamaica. And after Michelle, the attorney, had mentioned that they should have to go through some nonprofit group to get to raise this money in the first place, because government could not solicit funds here in the US. It takes us back to FARA. It takes us back to the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. So everything they're doing have to do with the fact that they no longer own the council, and that they might be running scared that we may be taking action against them if they carry out this gala and the money again goes off to somewhere that they decide the money needs to be. So we need an audit. This is where we need an audit of the previous galas since they have controlled it, and where has the money gone,
Mm-hmm.
right? We definitely need that. And the people need to decide, hey, now that we have the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, we own it, find a sponsor. New York has a lot of sponsors, a lot of money people in New York, and somebody can put up the funds to guarantee that we have a outstanding independence celebration. So it should, the Progressive League used to do it at one point, and I don't know what happened, in conjunction with Carib News. So we need to get back to where we own things, and we ourselves are helping ourselves in celebrating Jamaica's independence. We shouldn't have to depend on the ambassador and the CG out of New York to
To
celebrate
celebrate
independence.
independence.
Right? Now, we
We
are a couple days away, folks, from celebrating in Washington, D.C. What are we celebrating? We're celebrating the fact that we are outing or causing a lot of pain to those people whose unscrupulous activities over the past decade or so, they're beginning to come into the light. People are beginning to see their way. I see now where the Integrity Commission and the folks at KSAMC are coming together to do the same program that the Prime Minister had for his cabinet, and then refuse to sign the the integrity promise, right? Because that's really what it is, a promise that you're gonna have integrity and you're gonna conduct yourself at the highest standards possible. Well, the KSMC is now bringing in the Integrity Commission to train them. And maybe that's a good thing, because now the people at KSMC should understand what has been going wrong all this time over the last 7 or 8 years, and should be able to advise the Integrity Commission of the various transgressions that have occurred. So we are hoping that will lead to something big, like a $800 million building being torn down or something else. But whatever happens, we hope that it's positive. Our protest here in Washington is designed to rain down attention on education or the lack of it, or the exodus of our teachers, the healthcare or the lack of it, the exodus of our doctors and nurses, the um, the poverty, the poverty that is out of control, and there's nothing on the horizon that is addressing it. Right? Lack of jobs, lack of an income, a living income that people have to be going through, and of course, the crime and insecurity of our people. We have suffered long enough. Those of us who go down to Jamaica and we have to worry about walking the streets or going out at night, we have to be on our P's and Q's the entire time, which is ridiculous because there's no security. And if we're not secure in our own island, in our homes on the island, then we need to find a government that will make us secure, a government that will make the necessary changes to make this happen. Now, I've been at the Congress this week presenting on corruption. The President of the United States has said he wants Latin America and the Caribbean to address the question of corruption. It so happens that we were already addressing this question. So now we have to go into overdrive to make a presentation to the White House that the Caribbean itself should have been included in the initial concern letter that he put out. And we have to explain now to each of our Congress people why the Caribbean needs to be included. And we have started that process yesterday, and I continued that today. We had an explanation with Congresswoman Wilson, Felicia Wilson, and she is a representative in South Florida. And she and her staff are very much interested in programs like Safer Cities, also called Project Star, but not run in the same fashion for profit. We briefed that and they're impressed with the briefing and they want to hear more, and they're going to do their homework to figure out how can they get the funds passed to work for those people going, the Kenyans, the Jamaicans, the Belize people, the Bahamas people going to Haiti. If Benin is included, then you'll have a lot of people there that are going to need such programs to work with the Haitians to get them out of the rut that they're in, because they are in a rut. They have no jobs, they have no income, and they have no assets, otherwise known as the ninjas. When you're in that situation, then you're left with one thing: get a weapon, bust head, or shoot up somewhere to get somebody else's money. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want our people faced off with that in Haiti. We want them to speak to the Haitians, talk them down from where they are if it's not legal, if it doesn't meet the Haitian standards of law, rule of law, we're talking about people. And then we can support them with any programs that they'd like, as requested by the Haitian ambassador, that he be briefed on the Safer Cities or Project Star type program, right? Coming into DC on Saturday, we are set to welcome anywhere from 200 to 300 people. I am wagering, I guess. We have a bus coming out of New York, which Prezi will get into that. And I'm hoping that we get a bus coming out of Florida as well that can pick up people along the way. Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas. All right. Now, when we looked at the last public statements by the ambassador, she's talking about her and her sidekicks, Dr. Clovis Nelson and um, uh, Mr. What the hell his name is, Ratty? The
Who that?
the ambassador sidekicks. She expects them to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, we
Oh,
want to get there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
mentioning anybody's name, not promoting anybody. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
The
Well,
artist.
I just say her sidekicks,
Right, not entertain.
right?
Yeah.
We will be there at 8 o'clock in the morning to set up. So when our people come in at 9, we're ready to go, right? We open up with prayers like we did in New York, and then we have our speakers. And the difference is, um, we'll ask the ambassador if he's able to attend and be representative of the area and welcome all our guests. Now, not not our Jamaican ambassador, but Ambassador Ward, right? So the bottom line here, we are ready. We have advertised, especially Facebook. We have advertised on radio. We have advertised on podcasts. We have advertised everywhere. We have not paid any commercial advertisements. So we're trying to use the money towards other purposes, like the buses. If we can avoid commercial buys that are very expensive, then we need to do that. And we do have a special we'll be doing, not just tonight, but also tomorrow night, with our friends in Canada. So stand by for that. Um, there's no difference than what we did in New York. We'll have the same setup with the power source batteries. We'll have the amplifier. We'll have the boxes, speaker boxes, and we'll have Bullhorn as a backup. We should have our digital wall, and we should be able to show our videos. Our boxes will be uh, portable so that we can move them with the size of the crowd. The crowd is small, then we stay tight. If the crowd spreads out, which we anticipate, then we'll spread out with the crowd so people can hear what is being said, what is being done via the portable speakers. Um, the digital wall should be large enough to where everybody can see it and see the videos that we're playing. And I expect to have those videos on hand not later than tomorrow. If anybody else has videos that they want to show and that they would like to introduce, let me know, and so that I can put it in there with the mix. The music, I know Carlos has music. Prezi, are you bringing music or not?
Bringing me.
You're bringing
I'm
me.
flying.
All right. All right. Well, Ratty, you have some music, correct?
No, I have the music. Kevin have the music. Kevin, yeah, Kevin, DJ Stu.
Wait a second. So, Kevin, you're gonna be there with your latest and greatest, right?
I,
I know
I,
Ratty have music at him house because him have his show, right?
I tried to finagle some things, but I won't be able to make it this trip. It won't work out.
All right. So we have to depend on Ratty then with his music.
no, me not,
That
no,
have
All
to
right.
think.
No. Listen, the last time I went concert and Ratty sing, no, make him stay in I'm lane. Make Ratty stay in I'm lane. Well, the music will be there, but yeah, make Ratty
Well,
stay in I'm lane.
well,
Make
right
him
here, I'm trying to promote you, and the man I'm busy striking you down. So what can I tell you? But anyway, we're set. Um, we still have to work to make sure nothing falls through the crack. And if I missed out on anything, folks, let me know.
Yeah, let me
But
just say
that
that Desmond Meyer in the chat, he said that he's putting up here that this transport sector in Jamaica is planning to wear a white t-shirt in support of the protest. Please do. All
Yeah,
Jamaicans, if
that's a
you
big deal.
care and you care about the country and how it should be governed and how people are suffering, and if you care about the kind of support that we're trying to provide to make a change, please wear a white t-shirt on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
in support of what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing. And then somebody had asked about putting up the bus schedule. Here it is. The phone number is right there, 767-665-3377. With the first, the bus will depart at the corner of Springfield Boulevard and Merrick Boulevard. That's in Queens. There's a huge, there is a strip mall there, so parking shouldn't be a problem. So the bus will leave at 5. And then it's going to go to Brooklyn, my place. Although Queens are my place too. Utica Avenue and Eastern Parkway. Anybody who live at Brooklyn, right up there, so where the train station there. And then it's gonna leave there, and then then it's gonna go to for all the Jersey people. It's gonna go to the Vince Lombardi rest stop, which is exit 16 on the New Jersey Turnpike. So you can catch the bus there at 7 a.m. Right? If you're going to be late, you need to call. We'll get. Oh, there's a number. I don't have the number right now handy, but there's a we have some bus monitors, and you can
yeah,
reach
but
out.
the same number.
It's the same number.
Wait, hold on. Let me point out something. That flyer needs to be adjusted because it's a 757 area code. It's 757 OJLDF 77.
So it should be
the number wrong. We have 767, but it should be 757.
All right.
And it's understandable. The finger might have fat and it go over
Right.
on the,
So the number, again, take note of this and share it with your friends. Let them know that the number for the bus monitor, all right, are the number concerning.
It's scrolling at the bottom. It's scrolling at the bottom.
757, not 767. The rest, the last 7 digits, okay. But
Kevin,
the first,
can you pin it in the chat? Can you pin it at the top of the YouTube chat so it stays there? If possible.
yeah,
well, and not in the YouTube chat.
757-665-3377. Again, the number for the bus 757-665.
No, 655. Kevin have it right. Read it from the bottom. Yes,
Yeah, man. 757 OJLDF 77.
Yeah, see it at the bottom, the people. 655-3. Oh, it's 655. All right, see there?
Yeah. 655-3377 OJLDF 77.
For the bus scrolling across the screen. I wanna before Prezi come in, anybody have any questions for the illustrious herbalist?
Well, before I ask the question, I need to part company with you guys. Family, don't. Yeah, I'm 0 for 2. I get it, but I'm always there. So you can still ask where am I there. You can wear the T-shirt too. Much love.
much
All
love, Kevin.
Let's
Take care.
Kevin.
All right, let me move Kevin. All right. Okay, so again, the bottom of the screen, you see the banner at the bottom of the screen, the ticker, that number 757-655-3377. That's a number for the bus. We still need a few more people to get on the bus. So we need to reach out to that number and make your arrangements. It's $80. We have a breakfast thing going. Unfortunately, it's not the hot breakfast that we planned because there were some changes in the planning. But a breakfast and snacks will be on the bus. It's inclusive, so you pay the $80, and you're good to go. I wanted to show something before I bring in Prezi here. Let me put this up, and you see the kind of people. Okay, here we go. All right. See the name at the top. That's our ambassador, right? And look at what this lady. I know she means well enough, but she's misguided. But look at what she put. Look at what she put there. She said, "It is well known that they're well known." I guess all of a sudden now we're well known. We name gone abroad. It is well known that there is a small group. You should treat with people when them have for them little things, them have them, what them call it? Let's connect thing. Then look if them get 200 people or 250. And look, we call a snap meeting and we have over 800 and something people right here. A while ago it went up to 900 and something, right? But you say it is well known there's a small group posturing as patriotic Jamaicans. So we're not, right? That's what she's saying. We're also utilizing the brand Jamaica name and the Institute of Caribbean Studies to carry out protest actions. First thing is this. Let's start from the bottom. To stage a protest is a constitutional right in the United States. It's not a crime. You have a First Amendment right to peaceably assemble, express your views. That's a constant. We're not beg nobody that. That's enshrined in the Constitution and it is protected. So if you don't like the message, then stay away. But there's nothing you can do about somebody protesting. It is a right. It is not a privilege. It is a right. Of course, there are constraints for safety and security of others, but you do have the right to go out and let your voices be heard about anything. So this idea carry out protest actions and make it seem like we're doing something that's unlawful. Totally wrong. The idea, second part, and we're going from the end of the sentence to the beginning. Caribbean Studies. We've never advertised any of our actions as being related to the Institute of Caribbean Studies. These people are hallucinating. I don't know where they get this from. They can go back and look at all of the things that we've put out, all of the flyers and everything. We've, to the best of my knowledge, we've never put anything on a piece of paper saying that we're representing the Institute of Caribbean Studies. And therefore, it's disingenuous for the ambassador to put that out there. And she knows that. Let's carry on. Brand Jamaica. Brand Jamaica is not a country. Brand Jamaica is a term. And by the way, if we say we want to protest because the government and mash up Brand Jamaica, we would be correct. And in fact, we are correct. And Prezi go and get in at that later and also on Saturday, and you will see the truth about who are mash up Brand Jamaica. We're trying to protect Brand Jamaica. That's what we're trying to do. When you look at what's going on with health, with education, national security, water, corruption, housing, roads, economy. When you look at all of those things, ask yourself the question, did anybody in Jamaica elect Rattigan, Nelson, or Prezi, Lincoln, to protect Brand Jamaica, to enhance Brand Jamaica? No. The politicians were elected to do all of those things that I just mentioned, water, health, all of that, and they have failed miserably. What we're doing, we're calling them out. And I've yet to say, I've yet to come across one person who has successfully disputed the fact that the things that we have put out as facts, that they're not facts. When we say the Prime Minister's statutory declaration for 2 years going on 3 have not been verified, that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. When we say that the poverty rate has increased, that's a fact. When we say that they passed an amendment to ensure that the DPP, and by the way, she's still using the title, even though the court says there's no DPP, right? When they pass an amendment to ensure that her tenure would be extended, that's a fact. When they violated the law regarding the Constitution regarding state of emergency, that's a fact. When we say 1.7 trillion Jamaican dollars, the Auditor General says, look, we don't have proper accounting for that money. That's a fact. When we say, hey, Jamaica is one of the highest murder rates in the world, that is a fact. And those things are damaging brand Jamaica. The fact that we are saying we're tired of this now and we need for a change. How is that damaging brand Jamaica? Because if brand Jamaica was protected in the first place, you wouldn't have us out there screaming and shouting at the top of our lungs saying that we need change in terms of course correction. So, and then when you go back and say we're posturing as patriotic Jamaicans, what that sound to me is then that if you protest, you're not patriotic. That can't be true. That cannot be true. If you protest, then you can't. So I guess all the taxi people in Jamaica who are protesting, they're not patriotic either, because they're protesting about things that the government is doing. So they're not patriotic. So what's the point of having the Public Order Act then that says you can get a permit and you can protest against anybody? What's the point of that? And then when she come and say that we're a small group, I think she have a problem. She have a problem distinguishing size, because and not just the ambassador, but other people as well who come out there and say over 350 people and say 60. They have a problem, they have a problem dealing with size, how to count. They have a problem with that. We're not a small group. We're certainly not a small group. We have a loud voice. And I think that's frightening to them. Because heretofore, we had people in the diaspora who were willing to go along to get along. And I dare say some of them sold us out. Because if they had stood up for what we're standing up for now, none of this would have happened. When you have people who sat at the table and they allowed the Jamaican government to establish, to influence, to populate something called the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, where the Jamaican government is running that outfit, they've sold us out. And so we're here to reverse the curse. That's what we're doing. We're reversing the curse. And I say, some of our own people, some staunch people in the diaspora, they sold us out. But this diaspora group is a younger, vibrant, energetic, brilliant the group of people. And we not take no talk. We not take no talk. We question everything. So we're not going to have a Jamaican government come up overseas and say, well, them are going to run things. No, we run things, yes, sir. We run things, yes, sir. And there is no reason why, as brothers and sisters, as one family, although we're dysfunctional, that we can't sit down and put our issues on the table and resolve them, provided we are treated as equals. And provided they understand that they will no longer be the captain of this ship. And provided they know that we will not stop, no matter what's going on, no matter how many times we talk, we're not going to stop. And by the way, folks, I'm pleased to announce tonight that the name Global Jamaica, look, them have some fool people out there now. What they did was they went and they looked at a filing, at an initial filing where the name council, the word council was spelled COUNSEL, long time ago. And them so fool, them to go back and check for the approval. They went and looked at the filing. That change was made long time ago, and the approved and the name Global Jamaica Diaspora Council COUNCIL was approved. Was approved. So I don't know fool people out there we are talking about a different name because them spell council wrong. No, council spell right. Go back and look again. And by the way, while you're looking, I want you to go to the IRS and look on their website and see if council spell right too. And as far as I know, the IRS filing, that's nationwide. So you can't file for no non-tax, for not-for-profit exemptions. If you don't get it in a one state, when time comes for pay taxes, you have to pay Uncle Sam taxes because it has not been granted to UNO, and it will not be granted to UNO because we already have the name. And I want you to know that I was pleasantly informed that the name Global Jamaica Diaspora Council has been registered in the great state of Connecticut. So them can't use it there, so. And I am pleased to inform you that by next week, Pennsylvania, the home of our representative, will be gone as well. The organization Global Jamaica Diaspora Council will be registered in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So she can't use that name in Pennsylvania. It will also be registered in New York. It will also be registered in Washington, D.C., and it will be registered in Atlanta, Georgia, and California. So, them out of business. Them out of business. Because if we catch them, once we finish with the registry, and folks, you notice, we just take with time and just I go and dally and thing and register. Because you know why? You know why we don't know whole heap of hurry? Them can't do it. Because for them do it, them right now the way it's set up, the junior minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, he is the head of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. And them can't register no organization in America with no minister from another country head up a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. It can't happen. It not go happen. And that's why it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. Them sit down there and watch we are do, and there's not a damn thing them can do. Them have to sit down there and hug up that. Everything we do, them have to just hug it up. So Michelle, me I tell you now, you run around and I jump up and down like a bunny rabbit. The name Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, you go and get a cease and desist letter, pretty soon. Because your state, you won't be even able to use the name in your state where you live. And you won't be able to use it in New York, in Connecticut, in Washington, D.C. And by the way, out in California, we are coming out. Yeah, Natasha. And once we shut down California, and we shut down DC, and we shut down New York, and we shut down Florida, and we shut down Pennsylvania, and we shut down where else we are going to shut down. I done. So we know so them can't, them have to sit down and watch with. That's all them can't sit down and do. So, I just want to leave. Unless I come back with that fire, though.
Yeah,
we hit it.
Come back with that. So we're gonna tell them, say, touch a button if them bad, and them touch a button, and then we are show them know what we can do. Just all the logo.
Foolishness what you right now. Oh, small group of posturing as patriotic. Face it.
We're a small group. We're a very powerful group.
Yeah,
because
but
we do.
What's ironic? What's ironic though is that she is telling a lie here because she was sent an official letter signed by Dr. Claire Nelson saying that all of what she claimed was examined and no such thing exists. So she's sending this out as if she had investigated and found it to be true. So what I'm saying to her now, produce it. I'll give you some time to produce it, or apologize. 'Cause you don't know what you're talking about, Ambassador. It's a damn shame that the ambassador running her mouth and don't absolutely have no idea what she's talking about. But we'll see. So produce it.
Should they tell people, should the ambassador tell people say that we are make her look bad? We are make her look bad. This is nothing personal, Ambassador. Ambassador Marks, as much as you would like to make it personal, we're not going to make it personal. It's nothing against you. It's nothing against you, although we find that you're deficient in a lot of areas. We find that in certain areas you're useless.
Yep.
You're more than a figurehead. But it's nothing personal. We're not going to go there with you. Our growth is with the Jamaican government and the way the Jamaican government is treating the Jamaican people, first and foremost. The second thing is that the diaspora, the manual that you guys have, the policy, it says that you're supposed to help Jamaicans in the diaspora who are in need. And we don't see where that's being done. We don't see where it's been done. What if Jamaicans get flooded out in Florida in the last couple of days? I haven't seen a single report saying that the consulate down there is finding shelter for these people or pay them rent or provide. I don't see that. I don't see it. So, you can't come talk to we. You can't come talk to we because, let me say, we are a group of people that very well versed in the art of reading comprehension. We read and we understand. And so when you come up with the little rules, we are holding it to the same thing. When you come up with settings, we are holding it to it. And so she run out there and I say, well, right now, boy, we make her look bad. Well, what that tells me is that you think, Ambassador, that it's all about you. You think it's about you. What you need to do is put on your big girl frock and do the work with the Jamaican people and the Jamaican government send you over here to do. That's what you're supposed to do. Instead of parade like some social butterfly, roll up your sleeves and get to work. Get to work and help the people down in Florida who flood out. Go down there. That's what you must do. Go down there and help out Oliver, CG Mir. Go down there and help him out. Right? And what you need to do is put on back the Independence Gala. Put it on back. Because are you we need to hear from, Are you at the head of the Jamaican delegation, Between the embassy and the two consulates, them. Are you at the them statements are supposed to be coming out. But it tells me, say, oh no, nothing about organization. Nothing. Because a significant event like that, if it's going to be cancelled, that statement is supposed to come from you. You're there on longer than CG, Alcy, and you're there on longer than her. You're supposed to jump in at the saddle and ride the horse. That's what you're supposed to do. But instead, you kick back and your ball about will make you look bad. And by the way, to show you how considerate we are as a group, we went to Miami on a Friday. We went to New York on a Friday. Those buildings, they are commercial buildings that we stood in front of and protested with dozens and dozens and dozens of tenants in those buildings. We don't know who worked there from who no work there, except for the CG, because that's the face of the organization. So we weren't concerned about people that feel insecure and unsafe or anything like that. Wasn't a consideration. However, the building in DC is a standalone building owned by the Jamaican government. And we felt that going there on a Friday, people could possibly feel unsafe when they look outside and say 200, 300, 400, whatever numbers, because it's never been done. We felt that we don't want our brothers and sisters who are there to feel unsafe and insecure. So we decided, you know what? In conjunction with some other things that Herb was working on, let's do it on a Saturday when the embassy is closed. So nobody can make the argument that them feel, them feel like, oh, I don't know them people, and me feel like me can't go to work, or me can't come out, or me can't go eat lunch, and look how much people. No, 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 no. No, we're not gonna do that. Mary, the bus number is right. The ticker is below me. See right there, 757-655-3377.
And
So
people are there to answer that call and your text right now. So we have the team taking calls and answering texts. So feel free to call or text while the program is going on.
you can see Fob. See Fob, so she need to put on her big girl.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Most definitely.
I tell you, I come back with a fight. Hey, I tell you, whether with a wheelchair or walker or crutches, me I got there this Saturday. Me I got there. There people, right? Because you what? This is all about one team, one fight, and the fight is for what? Fight is for Jamaica, right? The
Yes,
fight is
sir.
the fight is for our people. This is bigger than us, much bigger than us, and that's why you need to come out there and show your support as well, because a support for this protest is a support for Jamaica and Jamaicans and all of the transport sector workers. On a big up on yourself and go on with things, and we need uno to be the inspiration, to be the catalyst for other organizations in Jamaica to do the same thing on and protest. And remember, people in Jamaica, white Saturday, wear something white. We're something white in support of what we are doing. I'm going to turn it over now to Prezi because I'm waiting patient. That's why I'm still enough. Patient man. Right, donkey. So I'm going to turn it over. Going on thing, and me and Herbert just kick back and watch him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As I just indicated, the phone lines are open and we want your participation. All right. So here's what's going on. A lot of amazing things are happening, and you are the gel of the whole thing. No, let me just clear the air. Yes, there is an individual who happens to have a name that starts with Mr., like Mr. President. We're not going to give him any time, but we know him watching, always do, and try to establish relevance. My brother, don't embarrass yourself and don't put yourself out there like that and take away from what's left of the credibility that you have professionally. So please, if you want to join us, we'll be more than happy to have you. And a matter of fact, we want everybody who think that they're on the right side of history to always listen the arguments that we make. And first and foremost, we're not here to promote any party. We're not here to promote any individual political association, because a lot of you walk around and say that we are PMP operatives. We are working for Mark Golden, and we are just doing this because we are socialists. No, truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, you may have one or two people who might have who support what we're doing, who may have political affiliation. Well, Mr. President don't have any. A matter of fact, as I say all the time, I'm not beholden to anybody. A matter of fact, I don't trust politicians. We need politics and we need politicians. Well, trictions. We need politics and we need politicians. Civil society is governed by elected officials. So there is no way you can ever have a civil society where you don't have people who are elected by the people to represent the people. Or in a dictatorship is another story. But as far as our aspect of governance, we need elected officials. But what we also need is accountability. And this is exactly the point we're calling for. It's the accountability of these elected officials. In fact, if they are put there by you or all of us, it is our responsibility to make sure that they're doing the right thing. And as much as they are running to cancel the gala in New York, it appears the Jamaica Promise, which was registered in DC. Even my young girl that went to China, what's she name again? The one that got the thing years ago to go to China. She is probably the face of it, or more likely the face of it. But their initiative is not really to benefit Jamaica. Where's the money going? We call that out right here on this program. And we tell them, say, listen me, when you keep those events, when you come up here and collect all of that money, where is that money going? Who gets that money? Why is the money leaving the country and going back to some government official or whomever? Or why is that event paying for these luxury accommodation and travel arrangement for these people? Why is that money going there? And then you're like, oh, we're doing it for charity. Oh, name them. Oh, you give them 5 computers? Out of how many tens of thousands of dollars you guys are collecting? Or 90% went to expense? Oh. So we know on a plan. And on our tremble. Because you know this year the diaspora now take no talk. So no quietly say, oh, we're not going to keep it this year. Make it stay. We're not going to do it this year. Then come talk, but they want to have prayer meeting with me. We're not keep it this year. You know, me stand there. You know, or me just God Jamaica go do it. Say, Alona, let me tell you something. You're supposed to represent all Jamaican, whether you like or approve or disapprove of their political affiliation, because we're all Jamaicans. But we know what we don't believe. Because you guys change the philosophy. You guys are people in the diaspora Jamaicans. You guys change it. When all of a sudden you're there foreign, you're no longer Jamaican because you live and sleep in another country, you're no longer Jamaican. But you live and sleep in the US too. Oh, me have a passport that is not, me have another passport along with my Jamaican passport, so I'm no longer Jamaican. Where did you come up with that rule? Where did you come up with that rule? How on earth you so bright and audacious to come talk about people who have another passport is no longer Jamaican? Who give you the right to come face with the good Jamaican people them and come telling them I'm no longer Jamaican? You guys are feisty and rude. As a matter of fact, my name I got dignified talking about phone of foolishness right here. But what we are going to do, we're going to make you guys understand that the chicken has come home to roost. And for years, you guys have gotten away with all of this foolishness. One can stay in on an ivory castle. One can stay in an office and go out for photo op. And then, you know, walk around and go to cocktail parties and say, oh, yeah, I'm an elected official from Jamaica. And you absolutely diddly squat. But here's the deal. That time has come and change is going to happen, and it's going to happen in this season. And by the grace of Almighty God, we're going to let you guys know that the people here in this country who love Jamaica, who send billions of dollars and spend billions of dollars too in
June 16, right now it's 13. We're at 13, so the Sunday to 19, and it's at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Morning, Minister. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning to you both. Good morning to everybody who's watching from Jamaica.
How are you?
Great. We are energized. We are ready. We are excited. Our diaspora is excited. Our sponsors are
I don't know
excited.
what's playing. Ratty, can you hear me?
Our marketplace has been sold out for close to a month.
I don't know what I play. I want to play. Me hear some about marketplace.
Asking if we can
You hear it?
upstairs. No, but we have already, I mean, we've gone beyond boots. We're now.
No, man. I don't know, me see this thing cutting. But
You don't say you. All right, it's all good. It's all good. They gone. So they all of the boot them sell out, Ratty. Yeah, man. A business conference. The business conference sell off. The business conference sell off. But the excellent for bossing people to come fill up the room. So when the camera pan, they must say, look at the room full. The room full. The room not full. The people want to get full, just like when the government them always do. Beg people for pay for it. The man seminar I want somebody alone me can sponsor. Everybody else say, woman forget $1,500 go now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Washington, D.C. And we're not even going to talk about Sunday yet. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to just do the maths right now. If you have Saturday off, you come in late Friday night, and you probably might beat it and you feel like, say, you're probably not going to be able to make it. The bus them comfortable. We're not talking about no little patty pan. We're talking about it better than, you know, the yellow plane there, where come like some country buses, see them running back tough. And you never have no TV on the screen. Yeah, that one there, the yellow one, the yellow plane. It starts with S. Yeah, that one there. Yeah, no. The seat them far more comfortable than that. They talk about nice cushiony seat. We talk to the bus driver. The bus is nice. And I know what's good. The owner of the company, or part owner of the company, he's driving the bus himself. So he must make sure you get the VIP treatment. The man said, listen, me, you will get the VIP treatment. Everybody who want to come on it. So Friday evening when you come in, you might beat it and you might think so you're not going to make it. And then, you know, it's a sacrifice. Yes, it is a sacrifice. Change requires sacrifice. No, we not do this because we not nothing to do. It's all about sacrifice. It's all about us planting seeds and doing something to make Jamaica a better place. And it starts with this. Tell me if you ever hear them tremble and shake. So for any other group in the history of Jamaica, tell me one time you see any other group of cars ruffle their feathers like what has been happening right here. Never. Never. Because they know we are calling them out. You know, when you throw a stone in a pen, them say they want to ball out, I get licked. Notice how them ball and a squeal. And I said, you're not Jamaican. And when them hear people say, oh, they're not Jamaican, them say, yeah, I could jump on that. Them a mash up brand Jamaica. Mash up brand Jamaica. I have something for you Saturday. Wait here. You guys see what mash up brand Jamaica. But what we need now, we need your participation to come out. If you live in Maryland, if you live nearby, you don't need the bus. But for those of you who need the bus, I talk about New York, I talk about Jersey, Connecticut, all of you guys up there in the Northeast, join us. I mean, know some of you are going to drive down because I don't want to like on a nice luxury vehicle. You want to get a test ride. But coming on the bus fellowship, meet some more people. You know, just have this wonderful fellowship. It's going to be a nice vibes. The people are great. We've been talking to them. The driver is amazing. The bus is comfortable. The food is good. And big up everybody else who's working. Why big up yourself. And Marva and the whole team, big up. But I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, we need your participation. So this is what I want you to do tonight. Now, before we talk about people who are not coming on the trip, we need your help to fund a lot of things because we definitely need your financial support. But let me talk about one thing first. The people who are coming, I have some information that is really, really important. Now, to ensure, right, that on June 15, this Saturday, those of you who are participating in advancing or advocating the issues that we're talking about, you know, I want you to keep this in mind. Number one, to ensure a smooth and successful trip, please review the following information. I hear the following information. This is something we send out, so I'm reading it. The bus travel information, pickup location. Ratty went through that earlier, but we're departing Queens, the corner of Springfield Boulevard and Merrick Boulevard, 5 a.m. You're expected to arrive at least 30 minutes before the time. So when we say we are leave 5 a.m., it means the bus will reach 5 a.m. Because they don't come and say, yeah, when the bus will reach 5 o'clock, and they only need like 15 minutes to pack it up and go in and then probably leave out about 5:30 or so. And it will take so long from Queens to reach Brooklyn. 1 hour? No, that's why we say reach there. Because once we reach, take for example, we leave Queens 5 and then we reach Brooklyn, 30, 40 minutes. We reach 20 minutes early and the bus full. We'll move on to New Jersey. So we need everybody to come out at least 30 minutes before so we can leave on time and get everything going. So again, Queens, 5 a.m., the corner of Springfield Boulevard and Merrick Boulevard. Brooklyn, 6 a.m. All right, we're departing Utica Avenue and Eastern Parkway. So right at the Utica and Eastern Parkway. Anybody in Brooklyn, you would know that area. If you're new to the area, please feel free to call the number that's running in the tick at the bottom. In fact, I'll do one for you. It is 757-655-3377. If some people could put that in the chat for us, 757-655-3377. You need to call that number. So now, the pickup locations, again, as I mentioned, we're leaving Brooklyn, we're leaving Queens, and then we leave Brooklyn, then we go to New Jersey. New Jersey, we're going to be at the Vince Lombardi rest stop. That's exit 16 on the New Jersey Turnpike. Exit 16 on the New Jersey Turnpike. So if you don't book your ticket yet, but you say, yo, man, go out there, I'll pay when we reach at the bus stop and I'll come and show you, Mr. President. But here more you do at least. Shoot a text to that number. Because we need to know, so all right, make we left one seat for a bridge. We'll get one call and narrow it down by Friday night or so. We're like, big man, you come tomorrow or not? Are you, lady, you coming? Or my friend, you coming? 757-655-3377. 757-655-3377. 757-655-3377. We need you to be there. So once we reach, and we pick up the last set of people in New Jersey, we're going to head on out. And we're going to take the road and we're going to be in DC. No, I know early versions of the flyer said that we're starting at 9. And that's why Mr. Man say, man, come out 8 o'clock. Say, man, come out an hour before we start. Big man, here's an updated public service announcement. You can stay in a hotel a little bit longer, or wherever you're staying. You can stay a little bit longer because we're going to officially kick off a little later, all right? So follow along for more information. I hate to see you go out there by yourself and all the people are set up and you're like, where them there? Oh, them might take so long to start. And by the time we start, your foot will hurt you. So may I look out for you, here, sir? May I look out for you? So you can thank me later, but I don't need no thanks right now. I'm talking to my people who are patriotic. And these people are the people who are coming out to support this thing. Now, as with everything, we have some rules, obviously. So we expect everybody to be on their best behavior. So here are some rules for traveling on the bus. And we're going to lay them out. Punctuality. Please arrive, as we say, 30 minutes, 15 minutes. But we need you to be on time, 30 minutes before the time. Bring identification with you, photo identification with you, please. I mean, most people do walk with their driver's license, but, you know, just a reminder, bring it with you, all right? Not to say we're going to need it to show you, so you have to use it to enter the bus. As long as we can verify some information, we'll certainly let you in the bus. We're not going to antagonize you and say if you don't have an ID, you can't come on the bus. As long as you identify yourself clearly, you'll be on the list, and you'll be free to enter and fellowship with your brothers and sisters on that bus. Personal belongings, you know, like with every excursion, please ensure that all your personal items, including the medication, snacks, we're going to have some water, but you need to bring your own little bottle of water. You are responsible for everything for yourself. The bus have compartment on it. I don't think you need to bring a big bag, but bring, you know, a little bag with a little extra something for yourself. And if you know you have your little sugar and your blood sugar, you need to take your insulin and you need to take your blood pressure medicine. Nobody left and say, yeah, I got protest and you're out there, I got bus sweat, no, bring your medication with you. But you bring it and take it, then you really need it, and then you say, you're sorry, you never have it because your head hurt you and now your foot swell up and then something. I don't want that happen to you. So bring your medication and of course, nobody not trouble your things, but protect your personal things. And of course, you'll have the bus if you bring something heavy or an umbrella or whatever. You can leave it on the bus, and then because it's going to lock up, the driver will be there if you want to run, going to grab something and all of that. We'll take good care of you. Behavior. Respectful and courteous behavior. And this is going out to everybody traveling on the bus, right? Everybody traveling on the bus receive or will receive, if you haven't received an email yet, behavior. Respectful and courteous behavior is expected at all times. Disruptive behavior will certainly not be tolerated. And why will put you across your leg. Now, cleanliness. We're going to expect to keep the bus clean, dispose of our trash in the provided bins that will be there. Emergency contact. Please, for crying out loud, have want an emergency contact number written out on a piece of paper, or if you're tech savvy, have it on your phone. Like with iPhone, you can just press the button 3 times and we can pull up your medical information. We can know who to call in an emergency. If you have an Android, I don't know Android works, but write it down on something and put it in your phone case or something, or tape it on the back of something, or just give it to the team or text it to us and say, I am coming. Text it to the same number and say, when I come, if anything happened to me and my sugar take me and, me tired and me need to ask a question about any allergy, who can I call? And we can say, oh yeah, call my daughter, call my cousin, or call my husband or my wife, or call, somebody. So we needed to have an emergency contact. So if in case of any emergency, we can reach out and say, hey, do they have allergies or whatever? And then we'll know how to assist you, all right? Anything can happen. So better you're safe than sorry. Wrong or right? Yeah, better you're safe than sorry. Here's some other rules now regarding the protests. No, we're not going to go on bad. Because we know we have it now. We are yard people. If we want to go on bad, we can. But we're not. When they go low, we go high. According to one Michelle Obama, right? When they go low, we go high. No, we have rules for the protest. So here are the rules for the protest. Lawful conduct. Me as a former law enforcement and Ratty as law enforcement and Earl in law enforcement, we expect everybody to adhere by all laws and regulations, and no illegal activities will be tolerated, because we're not going to tolerate it, and we wouldn't expect anybody around us to want to do anything to tarnish the image of what we're doing. Because the worst thing, them go say, yeah man, they not no manners because them got DC go vandalize and spray paint the embassy and then they go lick out window or a cuss bad order for the people. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not that type of people. That's not in our DNA. We're far above that. So again, and if them people come push up on the face and call on a traitor and call on all these type of name that Ambassador Marks, the ambassador been calling us, let me tell you this. We are saying this. It's non-violent. This is a peaceful protest, and any form of violence or aggression is strictly prohibited. So we don't need you to come and go up in them face, go try, call them down and whatever. You make your chant. You'll have a lot of help and a lot of support to stand up for your country, for brand Jamaica, not what they might do. We are talking for real Jamaica people who stand up and talk against the foolishness. And here's the other thing, respect the authority. All the DC police officers and law enforcement personnel will be there. There'll be uniformed people. There'll be people in plain clothes, and you don't know who is who. And you may have a man who will assign, but the man of law enforcement, because you know how we do it already. We have to strategic, because we're not gonna make nobody come violate the thing and make we look bad. So if you think say you're the other opposing side and you come and act and pretend on our side and creating, we'll call you out real quick and we'll find you. Because we know that a lot of wolves come in sheep clothing. But we talk about patriotic people will behave the best. Anybody that behave and disrespect authority, we know you're not of us, because you wouldn't behave that way there. And I know our people, when we go out, we're so, look how good we do in New York. I was talking to the section chief, the lady who run the whole that division. And Ratty remember the precinct number. I forget the precinct number, but bigger. And she said, listen, you guys are amazing. She said, yo, you guys are so disciplined. We love that. And when we're done, when our police was like, you guys even clean up your trash? He was like, there's a wish everybody that protests out here will clean up the trash like you guys do. The guy was blowing out of his mind. We protest, and then we're done, we clean up. And then we were like, where we put the garbage? He was like, just put it right in front of the bin over there. So you guys are so cool. Everybody has left it and has walked on. And you guys clean up. That's how we are. Right? We don't go to tarnish brand Jamaica. When we go out, Jamaica flag is lifted high. Because that's what we are fighting for. Signage and chant. Ensure if you are making homemade signage or any chants you're going to be making, it must be respectful and relevant to the cause that we're doing. So when you go out there, go what's it, not yourself, because that's not what they were about. Safety. Stay in the group and just be aware of your surrounding at all times. Attire, you're gonna make sure you're comfortable clothing, comfortable shoes, and consider wearing, buying a shirt, because we're gonna have shirts there so that we kind of like uniform, and where all of us kind of look similar. And of course, follow any healthcare or health or safety guidelines that the city may have. And anything we want to do it the right way. All right. So remember, people will be out there vlogging, people will be out there documenting, and people out there looking for a reason to say that we are not doing good. So you cannot give them any reason. So right now, even if you're not fully 100% sure, do me a favor. Call the number and say, I want to come to DC, or I'm coming to DC. Even if you drive yourself, send us a text message or make a phone call right now. The team is there. And I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4 people, 5, 6 people right now ready to take your calls. They are ready to take your calls. 757 655 3377. 757 655 3377. I would say to go to the website and register, but call now. We'll take your information over the phone and make you register right now. Because we know sometimes I'm not all the way computer savvy. And we're not going to left out nobody. You hear me, sir? We're not left out nobody. 757, dial it. What do you mean by you're dip on the phone? Yeah, you can't do YouTube and dial at the same time. Write it on a piece of paper, and then I even call somebody or write it. As soon as we're done, 757. Now I take my time. 757 655 3377. 757 655 3377. Let's come to Washington, D.C. Let us lift the flag high. Let's represent brand Jamaica. Let's represent our country. Where most of we, like 99% of we right now, we navel string cut there. And we're not going to make them man and mash it up. Can you know what they do? They might cost we both foreign, And the whole of them have them visa. And if it hit the fan in Jamaica, the whole of them fly going to foreign. Guess what they do? They swindle the little money and have the foreign money. So they might come up here way better. So when you hear them say, on the top of the nights up the man and wake up the people then. No, we are going to wake up the people then. Because this is, the only time in their life that them can't sleep with at night. This is the only time they can't sleep with at night, because we have risen up, and for too long, we have allowed this thing to happen. This is not, as Ratty would say, your grandfather, your grandmother, diaspora. This is a new season, and we will not let these people get away with this madness anymore. We will not let them get away with taking with the idiot anymore. We will not let them speak down to us anymore. And we'll cancel more than the gala. There's a lot of things we're going to call out, because when the gala done, we're going to say, all right, since it's a not-for-profit organization in the United States, according to IRS rules, we can request a financial statement because it's in the public interest. Where is the financial report? And we need to see the filing, and we need to make sure that it is accredited. Because once you're making over $25,000, which you on the website for the last filing, you said that your expense was $100 and whatever $1,000. Jamaica Promise said that their expenses and your income was zero. I don't understand them filing there. Yet still you have what, $51,000 in assets? Or whatever the number was, I think $51,000 or $61,000 in assets. So I don't understand how that work. If you have no income, you have asset and you have expense. That means that number doesn't add, Ratty, so no can't count and it looks for real. Ratty?
All right. Can't count on that for real. Listen, Mary Bryan in the chat said she donated $80 for someone who wants to go. She can't make this one. And Mary, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. And thank all of the people who either pay for other people to go or subsidize their travel to their round trip travel to Washington, D.C. if we can get more people like that, then that's fine. Because like President said, we're not leave nobody behind. If you show up on the bus, you're gonna get on. You know what I say? But we want you register, and because it's for a worthy cause, pay the money if you can't pay. But if you can't pay it, you just come support the thing. You won't be turned away because we consider you a patriotic Jamaican. It's just that we have costs associated with this. But here what happened. Your voice to us is more important than the $80. So if you show up, if you don't have the $80, just show up and you have to go. But if you can, just make sure you call there, no weed smoking. You call
Herb, where's the parking? Herb, where's the parking in DC? Somebody's asking about the parking.
The parking is right across the street from the embassy. I mean, directly across.
Garage, right? It's inside garage.
Yeah, inside garage. Yeah.
Okay.
And since it's a Saturday, it shouldn't be crowded.
Right, because most of the office buildings, as I say, are going to be vacant.
Right.
So that's awesome.
Megawatt, ease yourself, Megawatt. Because I know you're loaded enough, so just ease yourself, man. I watch you from a long time. But here are people. Some of you were astute enough to hear a voice earlier. And you were correct about that voice. And the voice was none other than my favorite minister. And I'm going to show you what she said. We're going to analyze a little bit about, what she has to say about this upcoming business conference. Here she is.
President of Jamaica is completely committed to diaspora inclusion. And next week, you could be in beautiful Montego Bay, St. James, having the best conversations and making the best plans about how we build peaceful societies, how we empower young people, and how we create wealth, not only through investment here in Jamaica, but in your chosen country of residence. So see you there, Montego Bay, St. James, June 16th to 19th, the 10th Biennial Diaspora Conference. It's going to be great.
My Jamaican family and friends of Jamaica, we are inviting you to the beautiful sunshine city of Montego Bay this June 16th to 19th for the Jamaica Diaspora Conference. A unique opportunity for you, our diasporans, to contribute to the discussions about Jamaica's growth and development, whilst also capitalizing on great investment opportunities. The conference discussions will range from education, health, the creative industries, with key discussions from Kadeen Ellis and others. We'll also have a session entitled Riverside Chat with the new police commissioner, speaking about citizen security. Other discussions include constitutional reform, very, very important as Jamaica looks towards becoming a republic. Other considerations around health and wealth creation. We'll also have the marketplace, a unique business opportunity with key government services as well as the private sector. Learn about how you can get a mortgage to buy a home and invest in real estate in Jamaica, the stock market, agribusiness, key investment areas. And before I leave, let me tell you also about the Diaspora Day of Service. As the conference comes to a close, on June 20th, the Thursday, it gives you an opportunity for all our philanthropists, you, our diasporans, to give back to your school, your community, a church, a hospital, as our day of service continues on that day. So, looking forward to seeing you all in Montego Bay.
All right. Now, we don't understand what this is about. This is about investment. By the way, I have a dear friend, Jackie, who she was planning to come to this thing, and unfortunately, she have a little medical condition, and but she's asking how can she contribute. Jackie, just call the number 757-655-3377 and make a donation towards the bus, so that somebody who can't afford to them can just show up and jump on the bus and go. And it's $80. If you want to send 800, that's cool. Because we know a pocket fat still. All right. Get well soon, Jackie. Now, see what now is if you don't notice, the focus was all about fun, seas, sun, and investment. And so quick them just skip past education, health, and say, oh, no, come sit down with the police commissioner for 30 minutes. Folks, that not gonna work, because when you come to ours, our conference is the real conference, because what we're going to be talking about now is how we can, well, first we're going to identify the nature of the problem, and then we're going to come up with solutions. Whether they want to take the solutions or not, that's their business, but it's our job to provide it. We should We should criticize, but we have an obligation to provide solutions. And that's what we're going to be doing. Now, what they didn't tell you is that they're going to have breakout sessions. So them saying 10 people go by your son, 10, if them only get 100, who knows what them all get? But them send them here, say, yes, send me, say. And so people feel like they might make a contribution, but there is no contribution being made. Trust me. This is all, it's all smoke and mirrors. Make you feel like you invested in it. But that's not it. Them have you there because them want your money. Right? And at the same time, them want you for coming now and be the new colonialist. How you can come in now and colonialize your own people, make a quick buck off of them. Instead of saying, look, let's figure out how we can get these people livable wages so that them can take care of them kids and themselves and them can live a decent life. They must say, no, make we bring our own people for coming now and oppress them. No. And even if they want to do that, people want to go down there. Think about it, as I said previously. You could do all of this up here. You never have to go to Jamaica, go to this. And most people in living overseas cannot afford that $4,000 plus to go down there and attend this conference for the 4 or 5 days. Because you're not going to go for 4 or 5 days. You're going to go maybe a day or two before, and at the very least, you're going to stay a day or two after. Don't make them trick on you. Don't make them run up on a credit card, want to have the money and have to go pay. Go to Jamaica when you can afford to go to Jamaica. Don't go to Jamaica because them people are telling you all kind of nonsense and want to take on $160 or whatever at the door and make them suffer the consequence and the embarrassment of having a big old hall for 1,000. And when them look, them only see 200 people, right? So there's 300 or 400. All I want to know register. It's not too late, my people. It's not too late to do a course correction for the people of Jamaica and for yourself. Do not be burdened by this debt. You have light bill for pay. You have rent or mortgage to pay. You have car payments. You have food. Don't go down there and just create an impression for them people, because believe me, them people are not impressed by you. They must want to see no money. They're not impressed by you show up. And a lot of you showing up, you're going to show up for what? You don't have the money, first of all, to go invest in them things. So you go down there to go rub shoulders and take selfies. I mean,
but Ratty, let me ask a question. And I'll put this in context to me. Because as I said, we said context matters. Because me want to know how them say when I'm standing in the diaspora because we sell out the country, but yet still they must say, bring your money, come do and start business or invest in the country. So it's like they must say, like literally, to me, I don't know, but help me make it make sense. What do you want from me? My money alone, and me not supposed to have no participation in nothing because me I sell out?
Yeah.
That feel away. Me not understanding, but yes, still I say, bring your money, come invest. Make that make sense to me, because me can't put that screen in a round circle there.
It's hard for me to do that because it's a scam. That's what it is. By the way, Prezi, G Angel said Beulah want to pay for someone, but you now get through on the number. Can you check to see the number function? Yeah, but like
calls are coming in.
Yeah.
Try again, Beulah.
But like Prezi said, is like, it don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's a scam, people. It's a scam. They're inviting you. They're planning your conference. They're inviting you to your conference, and you have to pay to attend your conference. And at the end of the day, what do you get out of your conference? You get nothing. And let me tell you something. Think about this. You know how to lick your head against the wall if you know it are going to hurt you. Because even if you never do it before, you see a whole heap of people do it before. And all you need to do is go back. Just Google conference, the diaspora conference, and look at how many people complain that year after year or event after event, because it's every 2 years them have it, except during the COVID period there, when them do it online. But every time people complain that it's a worthless conference, them say it's all it is just chat, 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 and your money gone. Your money gone, and all them do is just chat, 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 chat. And at the end of the day, when you turn around and you say, you look at what them talk about, and a year later you look at it and nothing has been done. Look at this disgrace. Them talk about them are going to have Riverside chat with the commissioner. What Riverside chat? People are dead like flies. And them are talk about Riverside chat? No, man. Herb, jump in, Herb.
Right. Hey, here's the deal with this commissioner. When he took charge, he gave a talk to his people, and he says, whatever you do, I will support you. I will back you. And what have we seen since he gave that talk to the members of the JCF? We see wanton killings by them, a lot of illegal activities in killing people. Now, is the time for him to come back now and put and says, folks, you might have misinterpreted what I meant. I wasn't telling you to go out and arbitrarily kill people. I was telling you to go ahead and do your jobs. And if you're doing it effectively and something goes wrong, I will support you. I didn't tell you to go out and start shooting down people, put them to kneel down and shoot them in the head or anything like that. That is not police work. That's not my intent. He needs to make that policy very clear, and he hasn't done so. He wants to be a member of the Good Old Boys Club. He wants to tell them that he's on their side. What he needs to do is lead, right? And he needs to lead by example. And he needs to tell them exactly what they shouldn't be doing, because they need to hear that, right? I had a very good talk today with a good friend of yours in the police force. And there's a lot of things that we spoke about where we matched up information, and you'll be shocked to know how close we are in analyzing the police force and what they're actually doing to him. And I'm talking about Corporal Rowan James, whose abilities rise well above that of a corporal, rise well above that of a superintendent. And I cannot understand why it is somebody have his abilities is not revered in the force and promoted in an upward manner, because he has more brains than half of the people that I see operating out there who really and truly don't know what they're doing. The man was with the special branch, and they are your special activities people. And that means you have to be a super sleuth to be in that special branch. I know they discontinued it, but he qualifies for MOCA, he qualifies for CTOC, he qualifies for NIB. And they need to take care of him and stop trying to drain the life out of the man and drain his funds, right? He is not deserving of any of that. But he knows what's going on. He's well aware. And his awareness makes him a very good officer. I don't see anything like that happening elsewhere in the force. And I think they need to really and truly get him back in a position where he will contribute and contribute greatly.
I agree. I agree with you. Chairman Ron James, big up yourself. Them can't stop you, my brother. If God is for you, nobody can be against you. No
There you
weapon
go.
shall prosper.
Amen.
Amen.
And Loxley, you're right. This commissioner, I don't think he has ever made an arrest. He came in as an assistant superintendent. He come in sideways. And I don't think he's ever testified in court about a case, except I think he may have testified when Chairman Ron James took the JCF to court because of the overtime issue. And he's in charge of IT, this gentleman here. So we don't know what's going to happen to that. But people, I want to understand this, that when we meet on Saturday, it will be in a cordial fashion. I mean, we don't have no enmity, no hate against anybody. So if people want to show up and launch them counter protests, they have a right. This is America. It's a land of the free, home of the brave, and them have them First Amendment right, just like us. Them can do it. We don't have no problems in that. In fact, I've said to people, I want them to come because it's going to highlight the issue even greater. You may have more coverage of it now when them see the crowds out there. And then the ambassador is going to be further embarrassed because guess what? She have neighbors in front, she have neighbors to the left, she have neighbors to the right. This has never happened before. So you know what will happen next week. When them come, people will call, hey, what happened? Why there was so many people out there protesting about you? And that is what you're afraid of. Image, that's what you're afraid of, right? Well, we are talking about the image of Jamaica. That's what we are talking about. The poor and the grieving. Look how much people are dead in the hospital. Are dead because the lack of proper medical care. Look how many people are dead because of what the police them start to know, right? Look how many people are dead simply because of crime. So what we need to do is we need to get a control on this. So that's why we're having our conference, which is dubbed the People's Conference, not the Business Conference. We care about people, not dollars, right? Or in that order, people first and then money after. So we want you to tune in on Saturday and to show you how much importance we attach to our conference. We're not doing it for 3 days and talk about 2 subjects and finish it. We are going for about 5 days and we're going to touch a lot of the subjects, and people in Jamaica, when they hear the subjects, them, when they go and say, finally somebody are talk about our issues. Finally, somebody are raise things that we sleep, eat, dream, and experience. Finally, somebody are come up with solutions to the problems. Finally, somebody is coming to our aid and rescue. That's when we're going to say when they listen to the things in what we have to say. Because we're not coming there and talk about how we can scam people out of money. We're coming there and talk about how people can, how the government can assist in enriching the life of people of Jamaica. How we can improve the school system. How we can improve housing. How we can improve infrastructure. How we can improve water, the water situation despite the promises. Corruption, the big C. But you know what? If you have a prime minister whose statutory declarations going on the 3rd year now cannot or have not been verified, what does that say about Brand Jamaica? What does that say about Brand Jamaica when the person who established the Integrity Commission cannot pass the Integrity Commission test? What does that say? So, and you just start with that. Then you can move on to, as them call them, as Lonesome said, not my words, the illicit 6, right? By the way, folks, keep a watchful eye, because you know why? By the end of this month, the Integrity Commission is required under the law to submit its annual report. We don't know what the annual report will say. We don't know if there will be reports before the annual report. But the one thing we do know is that the annual report is due no later than the end of June. It is going to be very, very revealing. And at the same time, we're not losing sight of the fact that former Speaker Dalrymple Philibert and former junior minister in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, that they are in court out of half a tree. We're not forgetting that. And by the way, Mr. Minister Floyd Green, where is my information on the fertilizer, sir? It's overdue. Where is my information on the fertilizer? The first set of the first information I got, first set anyway, it says that there are about 300 about 3 to 400,000 pounds of fertilizer that really unaccounted for. And then we see more fertilizer being distributed in under the cover of darkness to various places when that shouldn't happen. So far, we have documented about 3 or 4 shipments of fertilizer coming in from Morocco, and there's one that we can't account for. So, and I've asked for this information and we haven't gotten it. Also, the the former DPP is going around making speeches under the banner of being the DPP. When the court ruled that we don't have a DPP named Paula Dwelling, the court ruled that. They said she can't benefit from the amendment, yet she's using it. And I asked them, please tell me if the Jamaican taxpayers are paying 2 DPP salaries. They're paying for Miss Thompson, I believe her name is, acting, and if they're paying for Miss Paula Llewellyn. Because that shouldn't be. That's unfair to the taxpayers of Jamaica. And what did they come back and tell me? A whole bunch of nonsense. But Mama no fool, you know. Mama never raised no fool. Mama tell me, say, son, if you decide to go to school and stay away from bad boy and study, I will sell me draws for keeping at school. Her exact words. Mama never sell her draws. Never sell her draws. Right? Make sure that never happen. And see me there so now, in tribute to my mother, who slaved as a maid in Jamaica and come to America and slaved even further as a maid to make sure so me could get an education and uplift myself so that me wouldn't have to do the slaving where she did. But can't feel my mother. And I can't feel the other mothers who supported me down a Waterhouse and even when I come to America. Can't feel them people there. So that's why we have to read and we have to understand and we have to be critical about the things that we do. So them a tell we all kind of things now about the DPP and them send me some documents with them things that we're not going to read. I want to read the documents and the documents now have no application to what we are talking about. So what we have to do, we have to file an appeal. And we file the appeal. And these are some of the things that are going on that you will find that this group of diasporans here, that we don't have 9-day wonders around here where things come around here to die after 9 days. We follow up. And even though we may not say certain things at certain times, know people that in the background we are working. And you, our people in Jamaica, I want to know, continue to pray and support us. Pray for us and support us. It's difficult for you to support us financially, but support us morally. Support us Saturday by wearing the t-shirt, the white shirt. Make people know, say, you stand hand in hand with us. Because at the end of the day, it's about one Jamaica. It's about preserving and enhancing that which is known as brand Jamaica, which is not the country, it's the reputation. And right now, we don't have such a good reputation at all. We don't have it. And it's not because you, the poor people of Jamaica, are not trying. It's because the people that you will govern, they have not seen it fit to do what they promised to do. And some of you are browbeaten. Some of you have been railroaded. Some of you have been broken to the point where you can't even mount a protest. But I want you to know that we here in the diaspora, we will continue to do what we're doing. New York, August, we will be back. And if we had 60 people when we did the first protest, we expect to have 600 the next time around. We will be in Canada. I'm hearing that we have about 600 people lined up to come to that event. We will be in the UK. God knows how many people are going to show up, maybe 6,000. And then Florida. CG Mayor. The whole I will love him, but this is not about you, my brethren. This is not about you. Them I got tired, facing with fears.
Oh yeah. But Ratty, hold on. So hold on. So Jamaica I get no night because somebody in the chat asking and say when we're gonna do something at Jamaica, when we're gonna put on something sensible, because you will get more support. Because Jamaica, we have a lot of supporters in Jamaica, but them don't really have any kind of organization them can go behind. So anything in the stars with my yard.
Well, look, here's the thing. I've never been afraid to go to Jamaica. I'd say that right out. And will never be. What we need to do is make sure so we are dealing with some serious people now in Jamaica who said, you know what, we're going to do it. And if we can get the unions, if we can get the taxi association, if we can get the nurses association, if we can get some of the police organization, if we can coalesce with all them people there, then certainly we can do it. And then we can do it. And then just so that we're not running afoul of any problems with afoul of any laws. Them say you can't protest, I think 100 feet in front of Jamaica House or somewhere. We can't take it at national arena. We can't go at the arena, make the speeches and carry on. We not go out there and make the police them come and things like. And by the way, police, in general, we love the JCF. We love the police. You have some rotten fruit in there still, and we have to dig them out. You have some rotten fruit in there. And this police commissioner, him not up to the task. And the high commissioner not up to the task because we are here certain things about them. We're not pleasant. So we need to get together with them people. But here's what happened now. You see where we are doing right now. You see it has strengthened the movement in a Jamaica. That certain people now, the transport people now start come on board, and watch and see. Little by little, going to see other people coming on board. But we are begging you, please don't do any illegal protests. Please go back and read the Public Order Act and satisfy those requirements. Get your permit and do it. We want the things orderly, peacefully, and legally. We don't want to get in no problem with no law enforcement agency. That is not necessary. We don't want to burn a rubber tire and block the road with concrete no, we don't want to do that. There is a way
impede any traffic or anything like that.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Right? Megawatt. Oh, megawatt. I mean, I don't say I use of the police, megawatt.
Oh, megawatt, big of yourself.
So that is where we are. So we're willing to work with the people at Jamaica, our brothers and sisters, and we know we have a lot of people from here. Hey, if they want to talk about, if they want to say exodus, if only temporary, of people leaving the diaspora for come to Jamaica, make the people them talk to us about a protest and USA. Make it. Oh, by the way, Jeffrey Tavares people, Mr. Vumvavi will be live streaming the event among other people. I don't know the other names, but I suspect other people will be out there. But I know, I know Jeffrey will be there. And T-shirts, we're getting the T-shirts. The T-shirts will be ready, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, they'll be ready tomorrow. So we'll have T-shirts there. And if you miss the New York event and you want a New York T-shirt, we will have New York T-shirts out there as well. Some of your old T-shirts are, so you just show up and just come collect on the things. You know what I said? Just show up and collect on the things, and I hate that. And we are going to have a pleasant march. We have about 17 minutes before we close up shop. Herb, you have something you want?
Before Herb come in, I just got a message from the volunteer team that's taking the calls. You guys keep calling in. We're taking your calls 757 655 3377 757 655 3377. But listen, one of the questions they ask is if the protest starts at 9 on one of the flyers, but the bus is arriving at 11, are we going to miss 2 hours of the protest? No. Come on out. We're going to be out here from, as Herb said, from 8 o'clock. We're going to have different segments of the program. You will be getting a full dose. You probably might miss the anthem, but, watch it on your phone while you're coming and build up the vibes, build up the anticipation, because as Jeffrey said, and others will be streaming it live. But we're looking to start about 10-ish. So, and I'm sure if everybody's on time for the bus will reach before 11. 11 is like the top number, but don't worry. So those of you are worrying that if you reach 11 o'clock, well, it makes sense to come for, because they're going, no, that's not going to happen. And we're there until 4. So even if you reach at 11, you're going to have such a wonderful time. And then even after the protest, you will have an opportunity to meet and mingle and mix with the other people. And the bus leaves back at 6 o'clock to go back to New York, or the different stops that you took the bus. So it's going to be a full day. It's going to be a great day. So be encouraged and let's come and do this together.
Yeah, Jersey, let me just say this. Let me just say this to people. I'm so proud of you, my people. Those at home and abroad. I'm so proud of the support you have given us. I'm so proud of the inspiration. I'm so proud and thankful for the prayers that you've said on our behalf, for the guidance and the protection. Because without you, we couldn't have done it, right? This diaspora group, as I've said many times, is not my grandmother, my mother's diaspora. It's not that where people just talk to them and them take it as gospel. No, we ask questions. And here's the difference between this diaspora group and the others. Some of the ones who sold us out, right? This diaspora group, we not just talk hearsay, or me believe, or me dream, or my cousin, neighbor, uncle, grandfather did tell them, say, and then tell me. Or we speculate. No, we bring facts and only know it because we show the documents them. We bring facts, so only know it. But in addition to bringing facts, because when you bring facts, you can talk, and what happened? The government, them listen and them dismiss you and say, 9-day wonder. But here's the big difference between what we're doing and what other groups are doing. Not only are we doing our research and our critical thinking and our presentation of the facts, but we are also taking decisive action, something that they never see before. It started out with a man named Lonesome. What did he do? Despite some people you might agree or disagree with his politics, but you cannot disagree with the fact that him bring facts to the table. What did he do? He was the first man, first person in the diaspora, to the best of my knowledge, to file a lawsuit against a government official for his removal. First one. And I'm proud to say, I'm the second one. Right? And I filed it because there's a certain minister who did not comply with the rules. And I will go to my grave saying that that minister did not comply with the rules because I have the evidence. And the evidence came from the government of Jamaica and from the United States government and also from that minister. I am 100% sure the minister violated the laws. That's two. And we didn't stop there. We continued with what? Protests. Miami, New York, this week, DC, next month, Canada, after that, England, after that, New York, after that, Miami. And then you heard Herb talk about it. We're also approaching politicians, not Jamaican politicians. We're approaching American politicians to look into the illegal activities of Jamaican politicians and members of the upper class. We're looking at kleptocracy. We're looking at corruption. We're looking at human rights abuses. And then there is one more thing. I just thought about it and just came in, but there's another thing that we're doing. We're also reaching out to international donors and organizations and donor countries. And we're not stopping there. right? We are upsetting the apple cart, and that kill them. Them can't sleep right now at night time because them don't know. As one person said, they've never seen this before, and they don't know what our next move is going to be. I will keep them off balance, and that's the way it should be. Because until they decide to take care of the Jamaican people the way they promised, then they must be kept off balance. And I just hope the people pay close attention to what's going on. I just hope they're paying close attention to what's going on. Tell a friend, tell a relative, tell a stranger. Tune in around this corner and the other corners and listen to what's going on, because we are serious about the actions that we're taking. Very, very serious. But there's one more. There's one more. I can't. It escapes me now, Herb. There's one more thing that. Oh, how could I forget it? There's one more thing that we're doing. We're doing deep dive background investigations into the activities, including the travel, including the communications of corrupt our politicians we suspect of being corrupt. These are all the things we're doing. These things have never been done before. Never. Never. So, folks, I just want to say that we have been doing the heavy lifting, and you have been doing this. That combination cannot be beaten. Hard work and prayer. That's the combination. And we not stop. As when them name Advocates Network say, we not ease up. Something like that. We not ease up. So we not ease up. Herb, the floor is yours, sir.
Yes, sir. You know, I have been so uptight these last few weeks, trying to make sure we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And then I started reading some of those reports, and things started to just form right in front of me. I'm seeing clearly, and there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to be burning some fire for the next few weeks. The big issue that is ahead of us is getting this protest in and saying what exactly these people have been up to, and saying that it cannot continue. They cannot continue to take away from our people, take monies away. That's what I stressed to the Congress yesterday and today. Matter of fact, when I spoke about your case against Apina in the Congress yesterday,
You
they were
did?
in shock.
You did?
Yes. I said, if you folks want to know how effective you can be, just think about our organization filing a suit against the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And exactly what she did, I laid it out. Right? I got some flack, but for the most part, I got ooh and ahs, because people appreciate me telling it like it is. And that, in fact, they can do the same thing in their countries. I said there are all these CARICOM countries, same laws. You can lay it out. I praise St. Kitts, because after 2 years, St. Kitts is laying out the case against a judge and others for failure to file under the Integrity Commission Act. Right? They're laying it out. They're making their case against these people. And here's big, powerful Jamaica. With all of these people that we have in the DPP's office, the Attorney General, who is more active than any other Attorney General I know of, because he is defending the DPP and trying to keep her in office, in spite of the court ruling. He and he and Chuck, Delroy Chuck.
Yeah, I mean Dennis McCoy and Delroy
Dennis
Chuck.
McCoy and Delroy Chuck, yes. So we are seeing people going to the ends of the earth to keep a corrupt DPP in office so that she can do the corrupt things she's been doing to keep them out of jail. And we can't have that. We need her gone. We need the court, the appeals court, to say, hey, we're not even going to reconsider this. She is done. She's gone. They need to, man up, woman up, and do their damn jobs. Right? They can no longer cover for her. Right? She's yesterday's news. And then they need to select somebody with integrity, not a yes woman, not a go along to get along person, but somebody with some cojones that will take care of business, that will try these cases when the Integrity Commission presents it. We need a unified Integrity Commission that will tell us who these illicit 6 or 8 are and push through that case. Get them before a judge, because we can no longer stomach the international community looking at us and saying, what is wrong with these people? This is the most dysfunctional government in CARICOM. And the dysfunction going to make us the laughing stock of CARICOM. So something needs to happen, and it needs to happen now. We need to stop tiptoeing around this prime minister. You either file correctly or you admit that you're a crook and take whatever medication the court is going to issue to you. The man is a crook, plain and simple. He thinks in a criminal fashion, and he acts as if the whole government is an organized crime or criminal organization, organized crime. Because everybody's doing their own thing, and he has no control over any of them. See, Roy Reid showed his face recently as if he's off, he's scot-free, and he's still pending charges. So who else is going to show their face? Waiting for Dr. Grace McLean to show her face. We're waiting for the other one from MSET, Wheatley, to show his face. And all of them smiling, happy, telling us how they're making a comeback. No, they all need to go to jail. They should be sitting in jail awaiting trial. Not some remand center where they can play skittles or dominoes and stuff like that. Send them down to GP. Let them learn to clean the floors and spray down the place with all that urine spilled around that place. They need to smell the jail and know what a prison is like. These people are something else. They have occupied our lives. Think about it, Ratty and Lincoln. They have occupied our lives because we have to investigate them and we have to talk about them. So we need a DPP in there. That's what we're lacking. We have no DPP. And if they're playing for time to run the clock out, then we need to put a stop to that. We need to take it to the court and let the court push this DPP question through immediately. Iron that out. Because that is exactly what Delroy Chuck and McCoy is doing. And that is a criminal act. Because it's all obfuscation, it's all interfering with a court order. She is done, she's gone. This prime minister, they'll shortly stick a fork in him because he's done too, and he needs to be gone. We have no good things to say about the government. Yesterday in the Congress, they went over the fact that the government is now high on getting rid of people who keep wasting US funds. You can't steal money and take US funds to replace it. You need to go if that's what you're doing. Right? You can't take our money for intended purpose and then tell people who don't have access to computers or broadband that they must go register online. That should be a criminal act, because what you're doing, you are denying those people the right to get the funds intended for them, because you need to call them in, sit down, and help them fill out the form by hand. You don't need a computer. You need to do what you said you're going to do when you got the grant. You need to take care of the people of Jamaica. We have no time for this nonsense. And that's what it is. Pure nonsense they're going on with. We need to bring that message home this weekend, and we will.
Awesome.
No excuses. Thank you.
Sir. I know we are closing now, Ratty. It's on the brink for close, but I want to address something that a few people have been saying about the shirts. If you want to pay for the shirt and you're not getting through, please go ahead and just shoot us a quick text. We will return your call. And people have been calling up to the last call that came in is 10:57 p.m. So people are calling and people are getting through. You can also send a text. Feel free. Just got some text here coming in. So we will get the costs. I see the Evanston, Illinois question about the shirt and the shipping. We will get all of that. I see you want 3 for New York, 2 for DC. So we'll get your address. So we'll work on the shipping address. So the team is working behind the scene, and I know we're bidding adieu. So let me just take this opportunity to see you guys in DC on Saturday. And Ratty, are we having a show on Saturday or not? I don't think we're having a show on Saturday. Can you tell the viewers about where we stand for Saturday?
No, on Saturday we won't have a reason with Rattigan, and we won't have relax with the rebel. We're going to take off this Saturday because we're going to put all our efforts and our energy into making this protest the most successful protest we've had so far.
We'll see them on Sunday, though. We'll see them on Sunday.
On Sunday, I think I might.
Sunday evening.
Sunday evening. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah. So
Sunday evening.
We will not be on Saturday for reason with Rattigan or relax with the rebel. But on Sunday, you need to tune in at 7, because that's when we start the real diaspora conference, not the business conference. This one is the people's conference. And by the way, somebody in the chat, I think it's Morris Williams and somebody, they said, so this Montego conference is really a diaspora invitation conference. Yes, they're inviting us. The government is inviting us to our conversation, to our conference. Can you believe that? You have a party and them might keep it for you, but they might invite you and then you have to pay. And then somebody else made a very, very a very insightful comment. They said, but look, if the government is going to pay for people to come to the conference, then there's a taxpayers paying. But I thought they were coming to help the taxpayers. So how is it that the taxpayers now is paying for people who overseas supposed to be bringing money to Jamaica? Taxpayers paying to bring them to Jamaica and them not have them. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you shame them. You're shaming the people, right? Why are you doing that to the government?
Yeah, Morris said that like a Jamaican taxpayer sponsored diaspora. You're right, Morris. You're absolutely correct. Take a bow, my man. You're right. Yeah. You have to shame them, you know. We have to name them, shame them, because otherwise, you know what? It's a 9-day wonder. So, people, look, thank you so much for showing up tonight and supporting us through this special edition of Reason with Rattigan. And I'm glad Herb could join us. Of course, Prezi is there as well. And big shout out to Kevin to start up the thing and make the sacrifice to be with us tonight. And I'm gonna in bed early because I'm have early morning tomorrow. So Herb, big up yourself. We'll talk tomorrow. Prezi, we still have that thing.
Make we talk. We'll be live in DC from 11 to 4. Make sure you support Jeffrey. Jeffrey will be live.
Come in and make we talk. Come in and make we reason. See it there?
Yes. Yeah. Make we talk and reason. I Washington.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Ratty. Thank you,
everybody. Good night. Thank you, man.